The
Elitist
Pizza
Podcast.
Nine-one-one.
All right.
Call
Now we're
me
live.
sometime.
Coming
All
to you
right,
from
man.
sunny,
Alabascus,
sunny,
New Mexico, Texas.
from sunny Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh man, I love it in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham.
My favorite place to be as a black man.
Okay, as a black man, where do you think that you could feel the best?
I don't know. I mean, Hawaii was pretty nice. Everybody was generally pretty nice in Hawaii.
Where have you? Wait, do you have like a story of like where you went somewhere and then like people were like extraordinarily racist to you at that place?
No, nobody has been extraordinarily racist.
Okay, got some casual.
Yeah, but I mean, what's
Casual.
life without casual racism?
That's a good point. I think I'm gonna share my screen to you through Discord. Okay.
Okay. Did you hear about that new Black Panther spinoff TV show coming out?
No, let me pull it up.
It's called Wakanda. It's
Do you wait? Do you see my screen?
yeah, I'm looking at your screen. I think it'll be I don't know. You know, without Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. I don't know what direction. I mean, I do know what direction they could take it in. Obviously, I think it's pretty obvious they're probably gonna make Shuri the new Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What do
I'm
you think
sure
about
you've seen
that?
the movie.
What do you think about that idea?
Oh, I'm not mad at that. She's been Black Panther before,
Mm-hmm.
so
Is that
they're not just making something up.
this woman on the left?
She's that's his sister. No,
Oh,
that's
her
his
daughter.
little
His
sister.
daughter. Oh no. Wait, which one? The person
He doesn't
in the
have his sister. Like I said the first time,
it's the tech
his
chick,
little
right?
sister.
The chick who's always inventing stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I liked
yeah.
her. She was cool. She was clever and
I'm
they
not
had
too
some
mad
cool
at it.
chemistry.
I'm not too mad. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm not too mad at it. Makes me seem kind of salty. I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's a fine choice. She's been Black Panther in the comics. I kind of felt that they were gonna go this route anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sad that they had to, obviously speed up the process due to Chadwick Boseman's untimely passing.
Yeah, I thought it was kind
Um,
of Chad how he didn't tell
I
anyone either.
yeah, I think that's I don't know. There's something admirable about that.
Yeah,
He didn't make it other people's problem, and all people were making fun of him for looking skinnier after, you know,
yeah,
like the last probably I think it was
but
like
they
the
feel
last three
bad
months
too.
when he was alive. He was doing an interview and everybody was making fun of him about how skinny he looks. I mean, makes sense now.
Maybe this is what we should. Maybe this is
But
what we should
I
watch. We should do our episode by episode review of this show.
we could do that. There's some things they could explore, but without T'Challa in the show, I mean, without T'Challa in the Black Panther mythos, I, it's just I don't know something. It's gonna feel like something's missing. Obviously, I can't blame that too much on Disney. I think it would have been a, I think it would have been a bad move to replace Chadwick Boseman, like literally right after he died.
Wait, can your sister
I
wear
think
some
that would have just
headphones or
been
something?
a really tasteless move. Would you say?
Can your sister wear some headphones or something?
She's playing on the TV. Like, what do you want her to do?
Oh, okay. I don't know. All right. Tell her turn that shit down. Okay.
I mean, she's not even.
Well, anyway. Yeah, I think that Chadwick Boseman and the guy who played Killmonger. I think that they kind of carried that movie. The concept kind of carried it too, but other than that, I don't think it's really that good of a movie. Um,
What, the Black Panther movie?
yeah, I think the ball's really
I
in
think
Disney's court here. I don't think that there's any. Um, I don't foresee it being terribly bad. I think that it depends on how they take it. They could take it and do something really good with it. And they could take it and do something really bad with it. I'm just wondering, like, is it going to
yeah,
be
I
like an
think I
external
just think
conflict show? Is it going to be like a superhero show? Or is it going to be like a political drama? I guess, let's see. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I don't know too much of what they're gonna do. Obviously, a lot of the stuff I'd like to see them do revolves around T'Challa, and obviously they can't use the character.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they could explore more with the Dora Milaje, which is the bodyguards he has, like the bald lady and the other people.
Hmm.
Those are the female bodyguards he has. They can explore more about them. Um, yeah, there's not too much things I can think of that don't have anything to do with T'Challa. The Black Panther. I mean, obviously they could do the. I mean, they could just take some of the stuff that Shuri was doing when she was Black Panther in the comics, and then make that the main story.
Yeah, just
But
have that
even
at
then,
the
that
end.
still has so much to do with the decisions that T'Challa made. Again, I can't say anything about it. I can't like if they do a terrible job, I can't really say you can't really say anything.
Can't really
The
blame them.
main character, yeah, you can't blame him. The main character passed before they could do anything. They had no control over that, and it's not their fault. I certainly wouldn't blame them for that, even though a lot of he makes, you can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
Um, it's really hoping I think we're gonna get Namor, the Submariner, but again, his character's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think the dynamic really works without T'Challa. The Namor and T'Challa dynamic. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Namor the Submariner.
I'm not. I don't. I think I know about. Wait, isn't Craven a villain? There's like White Gorilla or something. Those are the only two villains I know of his, of theirs.
Well, Craven is a Spider-Man villain,
I could have sworn that he
and
was also.
Silver Gorilla is who you're referring to.
Yeah, Silver Gorilla. Yeah.
No, he hunts down Spider-Man. That's mostly his thing.
Oh,
Because he doesn't. Craven
just for
doesn't
funsies.
still live in Africa, so yeah, I think he like his goal was to hunt Spider-Man. That's why he left Africa.
Oh, I see.
But Doctor Doom could be a villain. But again, a lot of these dynamics with like these royal type of characters, it just doesn't work the same without T'Challa, in my opinion, at least.
I get you.
Obviously, they can do a lot of cool things with Shuri, but there's a lot of things that involve T'Challa with these characters that they just can't do. Again, I'm not blaming them.
Yeah, it's
It
not their fault
sucks.
he died, but yeah.
It really sucks that there's a lot of things like that they could have done. Well, they still can, but this story kind of revolves around T'Challa, the Wakandan. I think it's called like the Wakanda Galactic Empire. Um, I'm not terribly familiar with it, but I'm sure by the name you can kind of guess where they're going. They make their own galactic empire.
I don't know.
It's
I always thought
it's
the
kind of
whole
I'm not too familiar with the story, so I can't really give you any details.
wouldn't like
It,
the.
a lot of the things about there's just too many things about Black Panther that I can name,
Mhm.
but they all revolve around T'Challa. I know they want to bring back Killmonger. Killmonger has been Black Panther in the comics too, so
Mhm.
if they brought him back and made him Black Panther,
Yeah, that'd be
I don't
interesting.
really see it working. I don't really see it working just based on who the character is. But if he comes back and he's like, um, maybe T'Challa, kind of the words T'Challa was speaking, kind of, convinced him to try to do things the right way.
But that'd be weird. Like, we
It
need
would be
something
weird. It'd be
else.
forced.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I think they're just gonna go with Shuri being the Black Panther. I'm not mad at it. I like Shuri. I thought she was a cool Black Panther. It's just obviously it's gonna be really rushed and forced because
Yeah.
it that's how things played out.
I mean, you just have to do like a
Um,
5 years later thing, but even that's not ideal for this from the
yeah, and they're gonna have
storytelling
to explain his
perspective.
death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
don't even know
slipped.
what they could do. I mean, I know they want Namor to be the main villain, and I like to see Namor. He's one of my favorite characters in Marvel Comics.
He slipped in the
But
shower. Slip.
sure,
Hey, I mean it happens.
um, but Namor, he's one of my favorites. But I don't really know where they're gonna go. I don't know what direction they're gonna go. I am kind of excited to see what Shuri's gonna do as the Black Panther. You know who she's gonna be fighting. I can't really think of anybody that again. All the villains are just so tied to T'Challa himself, as well as tied to fighting the
Yeah.
Black Panther. I think Doctor Doom is an easy one to fight for her. Not
Mhm.
easy, but I think
Easy
it's just an
story
easy
wise.
one that they could use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
but
thing
at the
is
same
like,
time,
what was Doctor
it's
Doom
Doctor
doing
Doom.
the
Like
whole
you don't
time?
just handle Doctor Doom by yourself.
Well,
What was
also
that?
it's like, if Doctor Doom is out there in the MCU, where was he this whole time? Like you think that
Well,
we would have saw him?
yeah, I think they're gonna have to wait till they set up the Fantastic Four movie
Uh,
because they are making that. But I mean, well, it I mean the Fantastic Four could be the origin movie, right? And it could just be he was
the
just chilling in
prequel.
Latveria, you know, he's just doing king stuff in Latveria. He hasn't yet gone on that
I thought he was in Latvia. Did you say Liberia?
Latveria. It's a made up country, so it's
Oh,
not
I see.
an actual country.
I
It's
thought it was
Latveria.
in Latvia for some reason. Isn't Latvia a real country?
Yeah, that's a real country. But no, he's in Latveria. But
Oh, dude,
he
wait, hold on. So I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's when I was first exposed to Doctor Doom. This entire time, I thought that he was just in Latvia. It was just considered to be in Latvia. All
nope.
right. Well, yeah.
That is kind
Where
of weird. I mean,
is Latvia in Africa?
no, it's in. I believe it's supposed to be like a European country.
Uh,
I believe it's a European country. It's not
it
Africa. I
says
mean, he's
it's in it's in the Balkans. Okay.
yeah. So wherever that is, uh, but he. I mean, the explanation for that could be pretty simple. They have to do Fantastic Four first to set it up, and then it'll just be he was chilling in Latveria. He hadn't yet become Doctor Doom. He was just a regular dude. I mean, not. I mean, as regular as a like kind of king figure can be, but you know, he
I
hasn't
get you.
gotten crazy yet. But the issue with that is, I think if they do the Sherry's the Black Panther thing, there's a couple issues with that. I don't think Doctor Doom's not really a villain you handle by yourself. To be
Mm.
honest, you need a whole squad to handle Doctor Doom.
Yeah, well, maybe she doesn't. But maybe she doesn't know that yet. So, like, she tries to, and she keeps failing, getting her ass kicked or something, and then
I think they gotta.
maybe she gets
I
totally
don't know. I think
destroyed at the end of season one, and then they come out with the Fantastic Four movie,
well, so
and
I
then
don't think the
season
show's
two.
gonna be about. I don't think the show's gonna be about her. I think the movies are gonna be about her, and the
Okay.
Wakanda show is gonna be about Wakanda as a whole.
But so is it? So it's gonna be a political drama. We're gonna see like Game of Wakanda Thrones. Is that what we're gonna get? I don't. That doesn't sound cool to me.
Just
Unless
because
they
it's
really do it right.
Disney and the direction that they usually go in, I kind of doubt it. I'm sure
Right.
they'll do something cool. Um, I mean, I hope they do. Maybe it could be a political drama, but I mean, just because of their past projects, I kind of just doubt it.
That's good.
But
That's fair.
I I'm not too sure what they're gonna do with the Wakanda show. They could do more with the Dora Milaje. Black Panther has a brother they could use.
See in the movie?
His story is kind of cool, but he's not in the movie. But he did call Bucky by his brother's like superhero name at the end of the movie, I believe.
Oh, okay.
He called Bucky White Wolf, and that was his brother's name. It's an adopted brother. So his adopted brother is like a white dude
Oh,
who
I see.
his parents' plane crashed, and his dad was like, um, his father was like, all right, I'll take you in. You know, you'll be
Okay.
the only outsider I'll take in.
Lucky guy.
I mean, but again, that's just another character that's just so intertwined with
You
T'Challa. I mean,
know,
it's tough.
it
Of
might have
course, they could
been.
rewrite stuff, make it different, but there's just some things I think they just can't do.
It might have been cooler if they didn't end Black Panther the way they did. What if like T'Challa was like reluctantly opened it up, and he was still like standoffish. That might have been cooler. He was
Reluctantly willing
like
to do what?
to work with outsiders. Like he was still kind of racist, but like he was just like, fine, I get, fine, okay, I guess if the world gets destroyed, Wakanda will be destroyed too, so I'll help you. But like that might have been cooler, you know. He was like,
I don't know. I think this the way they built his character. I don't think that would have worked out.
yeah, I know, yeah, they would have had to have done it completely differently, but like for an American, you can fight well. That would have been cool. I guess I just like really edgy superheroes. I guess that's what it
Oh,
is.
okay. Yeah, I can tell. Um, but yeah, it is
Edge
kind of tough.
Lord.
I really don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, Namor, uh, they could do the whole Namor subplot, but that really involves T'Challa. They have like a pretty deep rivalry in the comics. You are familiar with the character of Namor, right?
No, I guess I should have mentioned
So
something.
let me
How do
let
you
me
spell it?
Namor. I don't know why they took me so long.
I just
I can
assumed it had
just
some weird
sum it up real quick.
spelling.
This is a terrible explanation, but just think Aquaman, but like way more edgy.
Yeah, that's what the pictures look like.
I hate to say it like that because
Edgy
I think he's way cooler than Aquaman. I hate to say it like that. He's such a cool character. He's a really cool anti-hero. Um, he can also fly. Aquaman can't fly. He's got lot of really cool things that he's done. He fought in World War whatever too with Captain America. He
That
just doesn't age. I guess that's how.
Which World War? Oh yeah, the second one.
Yeah. I forgot which one.
The one with
Was it 3?
The one with the Germans. What? The one with the
But
Germans invaded France. It's like,
dude,
the
that's
one that
World
Hitler
War
was
III.
in. It's like, like,
4?
I mean, well, technically, the French and Indian War was really World War One because, like, the entire world was involved in it. We just didn't call it World War One.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Namor, he had a storyline with T'Challa. There's a lot of things that are involved. But basically, Namor, I forgot why. He kind of got mad at T'Challa. He was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have fun in Wakanda. By the way, I'm gonna flood your whole country.
Well,
And
I
then he
mean,
ended up flooding all of Wakanda and like killing like a bunch of people.
but I think the thing is though that if Atlantis existed this whole time, like, wouldn't somebody would have
Why?
figured it out, right? I
No,
mean,
why? It's a hidden, you know, they're hidden away from everybody else.
okay, wait, hold on, hold
They
on.
don't really.
The
I mean,
fate of the
nobody.
universe is at stake, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna stay out here in the ocean,
But
or
Atlanteans, they're like notoriously racist. They don't like working. Even in
oh,
DC, you see that a little bit. They don't like working with the surface dwellers, I guess as they call them.
so what? Whenever
But they're more
in the
like that in
Avengers,
Marvel.
wait, hold on. So in like the Avengers, whenever those people were like invading New York, they were just like, we'll
They
let them
don't live
figure it
in.
out.
They don't live in New York. Why do they care?
Well, they're not just gonna destroy New York. I mean, they would have probably destroyed the whole planet if they
But
could have.
they don't care. They live underwater, so they really don't care.
They didn't think that
Whatever happens to the surface world is going to happen to the surface world.
they were just hoping
And
that
then it might
eventually.
be for them. They'll be like, "Oh, that's better. We can come over and take over the surface world."
Like, well, we'll. I don't know. I
I mean,
guess I think from
they
a
don't have like
storytelling
TV
perspective, it would
and
be
stuff.
weird.
They're just like living underwater, and then I mean, stuff happen. I mean, look at the Aquaman movies. It's not like Batman was like, "Oh, Atlantis," or like they didn't. They just were closed off to all the humans because they don't care. They don't really care what happens as long as nobody. Now, if they like directly were like, all right, we found Atlantis, we're about to attack the sea. They're like, all right, now we're about to step in. But other than that, they have no reason to care. You
I
know, most of
guess.
these they don't. I mean, there's why New York is getting attacked. Most of them don't even know what New York is, and if they do, they don't care. Some of them are like, good. I hope it gets destroyed.
Hope it
We
gets
can go back
destroyed.
and take our rightful place
Fuck those guys.
as the
Those
main
guys.
people on the
Those
surface.
guys have been polluting the ocean for too long.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I mean, that is a good point. Maybe somebody would discover it. I mean, Nick Fury probably would have found it out. I guess because he just knows everything. But I mean, they can figure it out. They'll have to figure out a way to make Namor work.
Nick Fury, the omniscient.
I mean, Namor. He is an Atlantean. I mean, he is from Atlantis. So they're not. They can't just be like, all right, we're gonna make him not from Atlantis.
That'd be
That'd be
something
way
they do
too
too.
weird.
Hey, 1 second. I'll be on for like 5 seconds.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me? I guess he was talking to me. I guess he was talking to me, and we're.
All right, I'm back. I had to charge.
I don't know where they could.
I
Yeah,
had to
but
charge
this
my phone
is
real
all
quick.
stems to my lack of. This does go to my lack of knowledge of what Shuri does in Black Panther the comics. I will say that here's the one thing I didn't like about the way they portray the characters in the movies is that I just didn't like the direction they were going with Shuri and T'Challa in the movies, as far as how they not so much how they acted, but like I don't like that Shuri was the brains of the operation per se.
Mm-hmm.
Um, T'Challa is I'm pretty sure I'm not pretty sure. I know T'Challa is smart is usually portrayed to be smarter than she is. He's like top 10 smartest people in Marvel, including villains as well. But also sure I didn't like Shuri just being the brains. Shuri in Black Panther, she was I wouldn't want to say more of a warrior than T'Challa, but she was just as good of a warrior. She liked to fight. That was her thing. Like she wanted to become the Black Panther, but originally T'Challa he kind of like stole her chance at doing the little ritual thing, the fight. He kind of like snuck in and stole her opportunity to fight to become Black Panther. She, I like that side of her a little bit more, but I can understand why they did what they did. It's fine. Like it's not like I'm not like, oh, this is so bad. I mean, I'm also not the biggest Black Panther fan in the world, so I'm sure somebody feels the opposite of what I feel.
Wait,
But
so this list has Spider-Man as the 20th most smart person in the Marvel universe?
I guess that's fair. But how dated is that list though?
It said
Is it the
2021.
official Marvel list?
No, it's not. It's some
2021. Let me see who they have at number one.
October.
Let me see. Let's see this list.
I think it was
I'll
Doom.
debunk it as we go along.
Okay,
Go back down.
okay.
Doom. That's fair.
Okay, so
Valeria
at 33, I don't
is
know who this is.
yeah. I don't know who that is.
She-Hulk, I don't know.
She-Hulk. I
she's
guess. I mean, I guess maybe there
You know what? Let's just skip
seems
to
like they're just
20.
putting
We don't
people on
need
there.
any of this.
Blue Marvel. No way. Blue Marvel is not as smart as Ironheart or Green Goblin. There's no way. You're kidding me.
25.
There's no way. All right, keep going down.
Arnim
I mean,
Zola. I don't
Blue
even know who
Marvel
this
not
is.
as smart as Arnim Zola. That's fine. No way. There's no way Blue Marvel's not smarter than Ironheart. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that.
MODOK.
Go down. MODOK.
Sure,
He
didn't
should
even
be a
get
lot higher, but that's fair. Shuri, then
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I always
I
thought it
don't
was.
even know if that's fair, but we'll see. We'll see.
The thing
Keep
about
going.
Spider-Man is that like he
So Spider-Man.
he invents the web shooters, right? But the web shooters are like ridiculous. That's like such an important technology in like the history of mankind
Right.
that he should definitely like patent that and like sell it or release it to the public because like think about like all the building construction and shit that we could use, like rope, instantly whoop new rope, like come on.
Yeah, dude. I'm surprised he never tried to monetize it.
Yeah.
Thanos. I mean, that's fair. Thanos.
Savior.
I mean, there is people that are
Savior really smarter than Thanos? I don't know.
ahead of Moon Girl. Moon Girl should be a little bit higher. Not too big of a fan of Moon Girl. Doctor Octopus. See, they're just pulling stuff out of nowhere. Moon Girl has been stated to be like top 10.
You know what? Let's see if we can
Alright,
find like a more. Okay, this is Marvel.com.
Let me keep going on this list.
Okay,
Keep going on
okay.
this list. No, Marvel.com is usually notoriously wrong with their
Max
lists.
Mr. Mad.
Let me keep
know
going.
who this is.
Maximus the Mad, that's fair.
Prodigy.
Prodigy, I actually don't know who that is.
Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister, I mean that's fair. I guess that's fair. Yeah.
The leader. I don't know who that is.
The leader,
Looks-
Ultron.
looks
Okay,
like a
so I'm liking
dweeb.
these people in front of Spider-Man.
Okay. Black Panther.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm liking everybody in front of Spider-Man. Amadeus Cho. See, I feel like he's closer to Spider-Man, and he's not smarter than I don't think he's smarter than Black Panther personally. All right, keep going.
Hank
I
McCoy.
mean, it's fair
What?
though. Hank McCoy.
Hank McCoy. Oh, okay.
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up.
Bruce Banner.
It's a toss-up. I'd probably still say Black Panther over him. Definitely Black Panther over Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Black Panther over Tony Stark. Absolutely.
High Evolution.
And Spider-Man over Tony Stark, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about that.
High
but
Evolutionary is good.
Hank Pym. I think Hank Pym is probably just.
See,
regular.
okay. Hank Pym has literally. All right, man. Hold
Literally
on. I think Hank Pym has
revolutionized
literally
the.
said Spider-Man was
just-
as. But he said that Spider-Man was at least as smart as he is, so he should
oh,
be around. I think Hank Pym's way too high. Hank Pym's not
okay.
smarter than Black Panther. No
Didn't
way.
wait, but didn't he like revolutionize their understanding of like quantum physics?
In the MCU, sure.
Oh, in the MCU. Oh, okay, I don't know what it's like in the.
I mean, if we're going by the MCU, then
Okay.
I mean, but he's not stupid.
Well,
I'm
obviously
just
we're not
saying that,
going.
like,
We're obviously
Black
not going
Panther
by
is
the MCU
definitely
because Reed
smarter than.
Richards isn't in the MCU, so at least not yet.
It's true, but I don't know. Black Panther has been, I don't know. But I think the top three is probably fine. It's gonna stay where it's at. Valeria Richards is a good pick.
And then Doom.
And Doctor Doom. Yeah, that's fair. I think some of the placing is kind of weird.
Is this Marvel.com like an
But
official
to each
Marvel
their own.
source, or what's going on with this?
Yeah, it's an official Marvel source, but they usually get like their power scaling kind of weird. Yeah, see this one, Moon Girl's number 1, Reed Richards number 2, Tony Stark's number 3, Bruce Banner 4. No way Valeria Richards is number 5. She's smarter than both Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, and Reed Richards. She's smart. I think Reed Richards has said she's smarter than him, but all right, we'll go with that. Hank Pym, 6, 7. Wait, hold on. 7, Riri Williams. 8, Henry McCoy. Riri Williams is Ironheart.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
What even is this?
I wish we would have gotten Ironheart in the MCU.
Hold on, whoa. That's a minor, brother.
Shit, I mean,
Let me see. No way. T'Challa's not even top. Oh, okay. Nah, see, that's cap. T'Challa's smarter than. I'd probably keep Moon Girl number 1 just because that's what they're doing now.
I think
Reed
Riri's
Richards
a cool
number 2
name.
is fair.
I gotta name one of my kids Riri.
Riri's a cool name, I guess.
Riri's a
But
cool name.
yeah, I'd keep Moon Girl number 1. Reed Richards number 2. I would give number 3. Well, if we're going by this list, I'll give number 3 to T'Challa. Number 4, Tony. No, wait, did I say Valeria already or no?
I don't know.
No, Valeria's number 2. Valeria's number 2. Reed Richards number 3. Black Panther number 4. Ant-Man number 5. Bruce Banner number 6.
All right.
Probably Hank McCoy 7. Riri Williams 8. 9 Amadeus Cho, and 10 Tony Stark. Maybe I'm placing Tony Stark too low. Maybe I'm not, but I don't know.
Well, also, I mean, intelligence isn't like a terribly measurable thing. I mean, when people are pretty close to intelligence, it's pretty difficult to tell who's the smartest.
Right. Well, I think if Reed Richards is on the list, Spider-Man should be on the list because they've Reed Richards has said that Spider-Man has like the same IQ that he has at the same age or whatever, something like that, or gets the same test scores or whatever.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, I think they're around the same.
Peter Parker just gets a bad rap.
The Watcher? Oh, I thought you're looking at.
So what's going on with the Watchers?
Yeah, I think Spider-Man gets. What do you mean? What's going on with them?
Like, what do they do?
They just watch. That's all they do. They watch what happens in the universe. They observe what happens in the universe.
We got to get the Watchers TV show. They just like, they just watch.
So they're
stuff.
doing that kind of with.
Oh, really?
What if?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so they just watch different universes. So it's gonna be like, what if T'Challa was Star-Lord or something? What if he went with the Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't watch. I mean, if it was just a TV show about them watching stuff, I wouldn't watch a show about somebody else watching other stuff.
That's why I just thought it was funny. Would you watch it ironically?
No.
I
mean, I think I'd be like, oh, that's funny. You're not gonna get it. You're not worth my watch, but that's funny.
I'd try and watch the trailer.
I think it's that like hilarious.
Oh, it's animated? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it in concept, but I don't feel like that they're going to do it right. What do you think about that?
I don't think they could. they don't have the resources to do it live action. Just have they don't have. I
Yeah,
don't think they have the resources to do it live action, like every episode live action. I don't think they have the resources for that to make it look good.
I think they do.
They'd have to bring back all the actors. I think they obviously don't.
I think
Scheduling conflicts
Disney has
play a
so
part
much
in that.
money. They could do
They're
it.
gonna have different. No, they couldn't. People have different scheduling conflicts. Not to mention Chadwick Boseman's literally dead.
Okay,
I
well
don't
that's
think they
true.
have. I don't think they have. Not even the resources. Maybe not even the time. Then they'd have to build some of the sets from scratch to use in one
Well,
singular episode, and
that's
then
fair.
just toss them out.
They could do it.
I don't think they could.
Well, I guess I just have
But
more
sure. I
faith
mean,
in.
for the sake of argument, that's not even about having faith. It's like just being realistic. Like realistically, there's gonna be scheduling conflicts. There's people who don't want to come back to the MCU, so now we're gonna watch a whole episode of whoever Captain America's stunt double was trying to act like he's Captain America. There's people who don't want to come back and make these movies.
Dude, I won't. No, no, I want. Dude, I want to see this.
I
I want to see
mean,
like the shitty like remaking of all the Marvel movies where they just do it, but like the set like looks significantly worse than what it should look like. Like you have like you have like the stunt double.
haha.
I think it'd be good. So what's the point? Like, why are the Watchers even like what do they? What role do they ever play in the story?
They don't play a role, except for one time in. Well, not one time. I'm sorry. There's a couple of times that they play a role, but only it's like a character will see the Watcher and they'll be like, "Hey, you need to step in," and then they'd be like, "We don't do that." There was
No.
one time Nick Fury he killed the Watchers. He killed the Watcher, one of them, the main one, Uatu from 616. He killed him, stole his eyes so he could like watch the entire universe and like protect it. Because basically the story of like Nick Fury was that like while the Avengers were off doing their stuff or whatever, Nick Fury was the one actually defending like the universe. He was just really quiet about it. He would just do it in secret. He would eliminate threats before they ever sprung up.
Yeah.
He
The
was like
Avengers
the
are
whole
really the
story
B
was about
team.
him. He was actually he was yeah, he was essentially that's what he was saying. That he was the one really preventing everything, which is true. He was actually preventing villains from ever cropping up, or whenever they went to space, he would go like defend the universe, but they'd never hear about it because it wasn't some large scale battle. He would just sneak in and kill somebody, sneak out, and be done with it. But then he killed the Watcher, stole his eyes, and he started doing. And they're like, "Oh, you can't do that for some reason. That's not right." And like he fought like all the Avengers. He was whooping them left and right too. He was like, it was a big event. He was telling their secrets, like all their big secrets. Like one of the big ones was that Tony Stark actually helped create the Hulk.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Um, yeah, they were working on the project together where they're supposed to be, and I think Tony told him to do something that was like probably like really stupid. He was like, all right, I'll go back to the lab and do it, and then he like blew up or whatever, and all that happened, and then so that was Tony's big secret, and then so what he said to Thor, he actually made Thor unworthy because he was like he told him that Gore the God Butcherer was right. I think we talked about this a little while ago. Um,
Yeah, that sounds
but
familiar.
yeah, yeah, we talked about it a little while ago, and then so Thor was unworthy, and he was just telling everybody secrets. And then I forgot what happened. Somebody killed him. It was a weird story, kind of convoluted.
Oh,
But
okay.
they don't
Well,
really. Moral of the story: they don't really play a part. I could have just saved you like 5 minutes. They don't play a part. They
they
rarely
don't.
play a part
They
in
don't really.
stories. But I guess it's just like, well, Marvel's like cosmic, like kind of realm is more. It's really interesting because there's a role for everything.
Cosmic realm.
Every concept has like a role, and
Right.
it's not like DC. DC plays more into like they have gods and marvels, but everything higher up, like infinity, like time, space, all that stuff, it's like cosmic entities. They're not really gods. They're just cosmic entities that
Yeah.
represent those kind of concepts. But in DC, it's more of like gods, and once you go like higher up the food chain, it's DC has a lot more to do with like uh, Judeo-Christianity. You know, it's like there's like a one God being.
Oh, it's
You know,
monotheistic. Oh, so the Marvel world is kind of like atheistic, and the DC world is like monotheistic.
yeah. I mean, Marvel does. They've mentioned that they have like a God type of character, and it's supposed to be like Jack Kirby. But I think that was just more of like a hey, that's a nice little touch. Then, because most of this stuff that's represented, their entities are just cosmic entities. You know, it's like yeah. But that's one thing I like to remember to contrast DC and Marvel. DC has God, has the devil, um, has Lucifer, Michael, all those different entities in DC, and Marvel's more atheistic. You know, like science based more than like mythical stuff.
I think I remember like I think it was like Reverse Flash or something. He came back. He like did something. And he came back and he was like, "I saw God," and he was like,
Oh yeah. In the yeah, but so it wasn't really God, but I know what you're talking about.
"Okay."
It was Doctor Manhattan.
Oh, he saw Doctor Manhattan.
Yeah, Doctor
Doctor Manhattan's
Manhattan.
kind of cool.
Doctor. Well, so yeah, what happened was when they did the New 52 reboot,
I'm familiar with them doing that.
basically,
But
what was that?
I'm familiar with them doing that, but I don't know
Yeah.
like.
So I'll refresher. You've read Flashpoint.
Hmm.
Basically, the timeline that was created
Yeah,
after
yeah,
Flashpoint.
yeah. I'm
So
familiar with that. Yeah.
after the New 52 flopped, they were like, okay, haha, guys, just kidding. Dr. Manhattan actually created the New 52, and he was the one that did all of this, and he changed everything, and it was leading up to a big battle with all of them trying to defeat Dr. Manhattan, basically, and figure out like why the world's changing. So then like they did Rebirth, which was like people started figuring out like the world is different. The Flash already knew basically because he's the one he believed
Yeah,
he did it. He already knew,
he knew it
and
was up.
Batman started realizing it because and then everybody else started realizing it because the original Wally West came back after they tried to replace him with the black one. The original one came back, and whenever somebody touched them, they gained their memories of him back, and they're like, oh, this world is so much different from what it looks like here.
They're like, "Hey,
And
that's
then
not what."
yeah,
What?
exactly. And then figuring out, and then they fought Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan, for some reason, was like trying to destroy Superman because Superman's like the backbone of the superheroes, I guess. And I guess he was trying to destroy him. It was weird. It got really convoluted really quickly. I
It,
can't really explain too much.
couldn't Doctor Manhattan just like easily kill Superman?
Yeah,
Isn't
if
he
he
like
really
that?
wanted to, but I think he was like, it was really convoluted. But there's a reason why he didn't want to like just flat out kill him.
Of course,
But I guess
naturally.
he was trying to like lessen his significance. I guess it was. I don't really remember
Sounds
exactly
like
what he
pretty
was trying
bad
to do.
writing.
Yeah, it. I'd have to read it again. The art's really fantastic though. But I'm sure if I read it again, it'll make more sense. But um, yeah. But I did like the ending just because it was like it's like illustrating why Superman is so important to
Superman.
not just the DC universe but to superheroes as a whole, which I think a lot of people don't understand, especially the folks over at Warner Brothers. They seem to think not seem to think I think they've said this that like they don't like the world doesn't need a Superman film or something like that, or that Superman's not relevant. And I'm thinking to myself, if there's any time where Superman is relevant, the world needs a Superman movie now more than ever,
Now more than ever.
honestly. But I mean, I'm not gonna get on my Superman rants because I could talk about Superman all day.
Superman. I'm gonna do all right, guys. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna do the 24-hour Superman stream.
I'll I'll do it. I'll do it. I mean, I
12
love
hour
Superman. I went from
stream.
a guy I
Yeah.
went from a guy that used to hate Superman, and now I love Superman. Superman's freaking awesome.
The 24-hour.
Well, I'll do a 24 hour. We'll do a 24 hour Superman stream, and then once we reach, you said 1,000, right?
Yeah. That's
Once we
no,
reach 2,000, Evan will do his Thomas Wayne stream.
Yeah, the Thomas
Well,
Wayne stream.
he'll just be talking about everything he can think of when it
Okay,
comes
okay.
to Thomas Wayne. And then now you know what?
Thomas
As
Wayne
much as I joke about
stream.
that, I feel like
I don't think it'd be a bad idea. Honestly.
I feel like you could pull that off. To be honest,
Yeah, because I don't know why.
I feel like the Superman one would be a little bit hard for me. I feel like after hour 4, I'd be like, all right, I ran out of things to talk about. But I feel like after a little bit, I feel like you know you'd have to take like a little water break or something, and then you'd be all
I
right.
have to go pee and I just come back and be like, okay, guys, what if Thomas Wayne? I don't know why Thomas Wayne has like captivated captured my imagination so much because I have never like.
I think it's because there's so little that we know about the
Yeah.
character. You know, with Bruce Wayne, there's only so much you can do. I mean, not only so much. I mean, you can do a lot with Bruce Wayne, obviously, but like the world's already established. You know who the characters are, and if you write them correctly, you kind of know what's going to happen. But with Thomas Wayne, there's so much that we don't even know about him.
That's true because you can subvert. You can just. I guess because it doesn't feel like you're limited. You're boxed in because you're just like there's no real like, oh yeah, well that's already been done. Or actually, you can reference this point. It's like, because
Right.
I'm already familiar with a lot of these characters, but it's like, how would they be different? I think that's kind of the beauty of the Flashpoint universe, and I guess that's really
Right.
what the Thomas Wayne, Batman, obviously being one of the most focused on Flashpoint universe characters, kind of can encapsulate.
I do want to mention, I'm not going to recommend you read this story, but recently, he came back in the most recent Batman run.
Mm-hmm.
He survived Flashpoint through some comic nonsense.
Yeah.
And he came to the main DC universe. And he wanted to destroy Batman. He wanted to, you know, destroy Bruce Wayne as Batman. Not kill his own son, obviously, but
I was watching.
kind of break his spirit.
Yeah,
and get
he
him
wanted
not
him to
be
stop being Batman. Yeah, because he was like, it was like he wanted him to be able to enjoy life and stuff. He was like, Batman dies with me.
Yeah,
I
especially
didn't know
when
like that.
especially when he found out that Bruce has like a son. He was like, yeah, Batman dies with me.
gonna enjoy
Go
your
be
son,
with your
yeah.
son. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend reading the story. Like,
Not a good. Yeah,
I mean,
don't
I
know.
have all the issues, but
I think it's
they're not great.
I think it's better that the Flashpoint Batman ends with Flashpoint.
Yeah,
Like-
it ends with him just dying.
Yeah.
I mean, because and him write the letter. Oh man,
Yeah,
That-
that
that's
letter.
great.
Yeah. Well,
that's a great thing that he did. And I like the fact that, you know, he like, I remember in the his little tie-in story called The Dark Knight or whatever.
the night of vengeance.
The Night of Vengeance. I like how in the description you read that he was like, you know, he was kind of ready to die. You know, he had nothing. He was a man that had nothing to live for. But, you know,
Oh, well, that's in Flashpoint.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
in the note he writes.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has nothing to live for, but until he met the Flash. But
Yeah.
I like how they touch on it more in that story because, you know, he finds out that his son lives on somewhere else, and that the world he lives in is some abomination, and that any world that his son can live in.
Yeah, he's like, I'll sacrifice
All
myself
for
for
it.
my son. Yeah, he didn't even really question it, which is cool. Like he didn't really even think twice.
Yeah, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I did like some parts of that story. There's some I didn't like a little bit. Well, not didn't like. I just thought they kind of rushed it. I think.
Yeah, they did rush it. Yeah, I think that would have been better
But-
if it was like a 5-parter or a 6-parter. Really, I want
Yeah,
the 12.
anything more than 3.
12-parter. Really, I mean,
So,
I'm just such
Give
a.
it-
I'm
just
such
give
an
us
S
just
word
give us the
for-
whole series.
Yeah, we need the
Well,
112 print.
I mean, we're joking, but I mean, I think 12 parts wouldn't have been bad
yeah,
because they could have
really.
like I just left me wanting a little bit more, which I think obviously is a good job. They captivated me, but there's some things I feel like that could have had their own issues.
So is Cobblepot like the manager of the casino or the casino security?
I think it seems like he's like the manager of the casino itself, and Gordon more so handles the security end of it.
Okay.
At least that's from what I see from my perspective. He's kind of like, you know, he just manages it while Thomas is gone, you know, make sure nothing happens. But
So
I do think it's interesting that Thomas let Gordon know that he was Batman.
yeah, it seems like that
I'm not-
Dent too knew. I guess Dent didn't know that I was Thomas Wayne, but he kind of had a relationship with
Batman.
Batman. So I was thinking that like it would be cool. So I was thinking it'd be cool if like there was like a nightclub like somewhere in the casino. I don't know. Is that a thing? Nightclubs and casinos.
Probably.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be a Las Vegas. Well, anyway, and so like I was thinking that like Thomas Wayne would be going through there, and or maybe he'd just be walking through there to get a drink or something. I don't know. And like this guy's being rowdy, and he like gets a bouncer. He's like, "Hey, take him away." And the guy's like, "Martha Wayne is whatever." Like I bet I was thinking that she should be in because this is year one. Okay, what the idea that we're walking through is like year one Thomas Wayne Batman. So maybe because so it's Martha Wayne should be in like the asylum, whether it's Arkham Asylum or some other asylum, it's fine, doesn't matter. But it's like I heard Martha was like getting gangbanged in the asylum or whatever, and then he stops right, he's like walking away, and he's like, "What did you say?" He's like, "I heard she was choking on big fucking like asylum cock or something." Hugo Strange's cock, and then he's like, hold him down, and then he like punches him in the mouth or something. He's like, "Choke on your teeth," and like the guy like starts coughing up his teeth because like he kicked his teeth in or some shit. I don't know. That just scene came to my head earlier today. Yeah.
Did you hear about the movie that's coming out
No,
about the GameStop situation?
I didn't know there was a GameStop movie. I feel like
Well,
that
about
like
the
you
about the
just
stock market thing.
yeah. Well, I didn't know. I understood that's what you're talking about, but I didn't
Oh,
realize.
okay.
So let's
Well,
see.
yeah, it's been like 2 weeks, and they're like, all right, let's go ahead and make a movie out of this.
They're really desperate for ideas.
I know. I mean, it's almost like Hollywood can't come out with an original idea.
That's why they need to
Well,
listen to us. I mean, I have original ideas all day.
I know. Just
Thomas
I'll run
Wayne
out.
Batman. Okay. Okay.
I think, but that I don't know. That's just a stupid idea, in my opinion.
Okay, the first big surprise of 2021. Okay, I got that. The upcoming book and movie are obviously still uninterested, but they were likely so as explainers for the viral short squeeze on various downward trending stocks organized on Reddit at the beginning of 2021.
Well, it's not even over yet.
Yeah.
We don't even know what. It's gonna be like that COVID movie that came out that really sucked.
I didn't know there was a COVID movie.
Yeah, some studio made a movie about. It was like we've been in a pandemic for like 5 years or something, and it was god awful.
That does sound awful. The
It's let me see what it's Songbird is the name of it.
What are the kids talking about these days? Talking about Reddit
That, that
stocks. Make a movie out of it.
It's just a bunch of old people who don't know what they're talking about making these dumb movies. Oh my gosh, dude! Like, it's been like a week. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
Just make something. Well, I can't say make something original because whenever they do branch out and make something cool and original, it just flops.
Nobody likes it.
Nobody goes to see it, which really sucks. It seems like a lot of my favorite that happens to a lot of things that I like. I think the stuff's really great, and then everybody's like, yeah, we're just not gonna watch that.
Just not gonna watch that. Like what? For example.
So a movie I watched recently, the Nice Guys, with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. I thought that movie was awesome. It was funny. The action's pretty good. Didn't do too well at box office, and I'm starting to realize that Ryan Gosling's in like a lot of really underrated movies that I like, or at least movies I think are underrated. Blade Runner 2049 was I've heard people say it flopped. Yeah, it didn't make as much money, which I thought was great. The visuals were stunning. The movie was great. The action was great.
I've heard good things about it, but
It's a good movie.
Well, let's look at the box office mojo for it. Let's see. Blade 2049 box office mojo. Oh. Let's see, the budget was so it made it made $100 million. I don't know if is that normal. I mean, that was that. So it grossed. What would that be? 160% of the budget. So they made 60% profit, right? Maybe I guess they were expecting more. That's just on the box office.
Probably. I mean, based off of. I mean, I've heard it was a flop. I mean, that's just what I've heard everywhere. I mean, Drive is another good movie that he was in. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I won't say that Drive really flopped. It's just that because it wasn't really tied to anything, nobody really gave it too much of a chance. It made a good amount of money, but it's really gained um a cult following, as you know, recently. Um, I think, and it's weird because the movie Drive is like it's a really simple movie, but kind of like John Wick. I'm not sure if you've seen John Wick since the last time I talked about it.
Oh no, I need to see John Wick. I think
You
I'd
need to
like
see
John
it.
Wick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would. It reminds me a lot of John Wick in the fact that the stories are simple, but it the reason why the movies are so successful, it's all in the execution. You know, the shots are done
Fuck.
beautifully. The
Dude,
cinematography is amazing.
we need to get
Both,
a Thomas Wayne Batman movie with him just chasing down Joe Chill and like chasing down leads and like fucking people up.
yeah.
That's just the whole movie is like he goes after this guy. One second. What's up? Okay, wait. Do you hear me? My hope was that you'd vamp, but I guess it's fine. All right. So yeah. I was about to look it up, but I'm not gonna look anything up. Now they do. All right, what's up?
What direction do you think the MCU could go in? I mean, realistically, not any like weird like, oh, I think they're gonna kill everybody. But I mean, what? I mean, honestly, I don't know.
You mean like?
I'm really kind of.
I don't really think that. Okay, so I think that it's very hard to top Thanos. Obviously, um,
Right.
they kind of wrote themselves into a corner there. Um, I've heard the idea of them using Galactus, and I think Galactus would be cool.
I think
Um,
he'd be a cool villain.
I think that they need to get back down to the base. Okay, so I don't know where they're actually gonna go, but this is what I want them to do. I think I want us to get the more basic ones. Let's not do. We need to get the like with we need to get the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. We don't need to get these nation breaking battles. Why doesn't he just go and stop this bank heist or something? Why don't we just get that movie?
I agree with that. As far as Spider-Man,
Um,
100% agree.
or like I don't even okay. So who's still left?
I know they're bringing in Moon Knight, maybe Daredevil. I mean,
Okay.
they have Scarlet Witch, Vision left, Falcon, Winter Soldier. I was gonna say Black Widow. No, she's dead. Hawkeye, Hulk, She-Hulk, Ironheart's getting a show. Miss Marvel's getting a
I didn't
show.
even know. I
Captain
what?
Marvel's getting is
All
gonna
right.
do something. Let me see who else. War Machine's getting a show too.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't think I'd want to see any of those. I feel like that there's
Except for
nowhere.
Moon Knight. Right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't think they're gonna do it right though.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. Especially if they keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
There's no way that works.
Yeah. So I think that they either need to go. I think that that's. I think that they need to scale it down. They've already scaled it up. The thing about stories is that the scale doesn't really matter. What matters are the stakes. So if the stakes like with Karate Kid, both with Cobra Kai sequel and just Karate Kid itself, nobody's gonna die in Karate Kid. The stakes really don't matter. Like even not even the town really cares. It's just about this high school, but it's still a good story because it's like you care about the characters and stuff. That's why you don't need to have like the whole universe doesn't need to be at stake for you to feel the tension. You just need like it could just be, oh, Spider-Man saving this. I mean, you could even do like terrorists or something. I don't know, but okay, what like Craven the Hunter or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
think I
hunting
think with
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I largely agree. I think they need to scale it down with Spider-Man. I'd like to see Craven. Uh, I don't think we'll ever see Green Goblin, which sucks. Maybe like something simple. Maybe they do the Sinister Six finally. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna do something to Queens. I have to
Yeah.
save the day. I have to save my city, or I have to save my borough of New York, and that's it.
Yeah, and Daredevil
But
did
I
the
think what's
Daredevil TV show did this well. Like,
right, but I do
yeah,
think the issue with that is scaling it down. I don't think you can say that for the larger MCU, just because there's
yeah,
some characters you can't scale down, like Captain Marvel. Like as much as I don't like Captain Marvel, like I mean, if the movie was about her stopping like some dude trying to rob a bank or something, or like some like Doctor Octopus dude, that movie would be like 3 minutes, including the post credit scene. And like, but I think they need to scale it down with some characters, but I'd like to see them go. We've seen your average superhero characters, but I'd like them to. I don't want to say scale it up, but I'd like to see more cosmic stuff. I've always been a big fan of that in the comics. Dealing with more of the cosmic entities or just stuff that doesn't really like. I want them to represent that like in the grand scheme of things, like Earth really doesn't matter that much in terms of like the larger Marvel universe. Like all the planets kind of like are like, oh yeah, Earth's basically the ghetto.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how they treat it, but
I ain't stopping through Earth, man.
yeah, this place is trash. But I mean, I'd like them to. I mean, I'm a big fan of Nova. I'd like to see a Nova movie. I like Annihilus. He's a good villain, but obviously, I don't think there's too many things they can do with that character just because of dead characters and missing characters and storylines that don't make sense.
Dude, this is
But
what they should have done.
I
They should
think
have just had Thanos like, oh, so second time around. Okay, so you know what? So I was just, all right. So now we're live and we're recording. So I was just thinking like we like right now, we aren't really we're not entertaining an audience. We're just like getting something in there, so that way like the algorithm. So I think so that way it's not like we're just starting out, right? From
right.
the perspective of the company. So maybe we're trying too hard. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves, or at least I know I was being too hard on myself. Just like
I could see that. I guess.
yeah, see that. Man, the whole isn't sleep kind of weird.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, do you to what extent like do you when you go to sleep, are you like aware of what's going on?
Now I'm asleep. Like I just wake up. I'm not really aware of what's going
You're
on.
just out. You don't like, because all things will happen around me while I'm asleep, and I'll like experience them while I'm asleep. Like I'll get
That's
up.
a little.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like I've gotten up, like, so I can hear. There's like no like padding in these walls in my house, so like when my dad makes coffee, I can hear him making the coffee. And so like I woke up one day and I just knew that my dad had made coffee like 5 minutes ago. It was like it was in my memory deep down in there, and I went in there and it was correct. Like I knew where my dad was and where my mom was because I can like feel them walking throughout the house when I'm paying attention. And I was asleep. Isn't that crazy? Like,
Yeah, that is
what is
pretty
that?
crazy. I've never experienced anything like that. Just when I'm asleep, I'm just asleep until I wake up, I guess.
Alright.
I don't really like experience anything. It's
Do
almost
you
like no time has passed, you know? It's just,
really? Do
it's
you
like I blinked.
do you dream?
No, not much anymore.
I find that the more like I engage in my imagination, the more I dream. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Like, if I'm like if I play a lot of like when I first started playing Dungeons and Dragons, I dreamed like every night because I was like imagining, everything that was happening.
I usually just end up having dreams about just weird stuff. I remember like I had a dream about getting like murdered by like the Ninja Turtles.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, like, I had just watched the Ninja Turtles TV show, and they had like a new turtle. He was like really big. His name was like Spike or something. And then I was sleeping, and then like I was dreaming that like Spike beat me over the head with like a mace, and then they all like kind of just started stabbing me with their weapons, or like hitting me, whichever one.
Did you die in the dream?
I woke up before they stopped beating me, I guess. I can't even remember what I did to them, but
I think it was a hate crime.
yeah, the green people just don't like black people, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was like a surface dweller. Like, we're tired of these humans. um,
You know what? That makes a lot more sense. You can say green people.
don't like these humans. These mammals. I guess they're rept. They're. I guess Splinter is a mammal. So
Yeah, so it can't be too harsh on mammals.
um, do the Ninja Turtles kill?
No, not
No.
usually.
But don't they have like lethal weapons?
I can't tell you why they don't kill. They just don't kill people.
Wait, let me check this out. Wait, so
Are you looking up? Do the Ninja Turtles kill?
I was gonna look up and see like what weapons they used. This guy has a sword. I never really watched it.
Oh well, I mean, I could have told you that they had a sword, bow staff, nunchucks, and size,
Okay, how are you gonna be fighting somebody with a sword?
and not
Like,
kill them.
yeah.
Maybe he's using it like defensively. You know, he's just like blocking people's attacks and stuff.
But then why not just get like kendo sticks or something?
Because the other people are using swords. You know, they fight like the Foot Clan. They're trying to kill them with like swords and stuff, and he's just like, I'm gonna use swords too.
So does the staff and the nunchucks, do they successfully defend against the swords?
Well, they don't have to really do, I guess, as much defending. I mean, I can hit you with a nunchuck and you won't die.
Yeah, but so if I'm trying to hit you with a sword and you have nunchucks, can you
Maybe just
successfully defend yourself? Does the
just
teenage
dodge or something, I guess.
is that what these guys do?
I mean, I don't really know the like exactly what they do, but yeah, I'm assuming that's what they do. Usually, they don't kill people. It depends on who they're fighting, though.
So they're
Like, I
not
mean, if
opposed to
they
it.
they fight a lot of like other mutants, so they're not like murdering people. That's not their thing. They're just like, we're gonna beat you up until you get beat up.
Wait, so they mutated turtles or people?
Turtles. They were turtles, then they mutated into turtle people.
And then they thought, let's fight crime?
Master Splinter taught them to the ways of ninjutsu, and then and he was like training them to fight the Foot Clan.
Do they ever like explore the option of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this? Like, we barely even had a childhood. Like, do they ever explore that
Um,
in the
no,
Teenage
not
Mutant?
really. I mean, well, their child. I mean, they live their childhood every day. They usually just chill in the sewers and play video games and skateboard and eat pizza all day. So,
Wait, but aren't they? Wait, so how often are they fighting people?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like I don't really know. Maybe like every. I mean, I guess as frequently as. Well, probably maybe less frequently than like Batman or something. Batman's like every night, so maybe like every other night or something like that. Maybe every night.
Wait, so they're regularly in fear of their life?
I guess. I mean, as much as any other superhero.
Seems like that. Seems like that we should get. Wait. Batman versus. Okay.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, they did do that.
That's terrible. Um.
I'm not gonna lie, the movie, the animated movie was kind of cool. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie,
okay. All right. Well, maybe they
but
actually.
it is a goofy idea. I remember
Um.
Batman was like "Cowabunga." I was like, I'm about to turn this off right
Um. Seemed like though that that's like something that you could explore, like the whole like, hey, I'm a teenager and I shouldn't be like doing this. Like, I guess that's too adult. That's like too
now.
meta.
Maybe they have. I mean, maybe they have. I'm not
Maybe they
too big
have
on the comics. I know the comics are a lot more mature than the
show
TV shows.
the anime.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it animated.
That's what we
It's
need.
cartoons.
The anime of.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they can pull that off, right?
They probably have. There's an anime. There's a Marvel anime that came out. There's a bunch of Marvel animes. They had
Let's
a
see.
Wolverine one. They had a Blade one. They had an X-Men one. They had one with like all the like Avengers, but they were like it was like a Pokemon kind of thing. It was like Marvel
What?
Disc Warriors, and then the little Asian dude would get like the little disc, and he'd be like, "Oh, I summon Iron Man" or whatever. It was something weird like that. The Blade one's not is not half bad. I'm not
That
gonna
looks,
lie.
yeah, that doesn't look bad. I could see
I
that working. I could.
maybe I might have to go. I'm thinking they put it on Netflix, so I'm pretty. Well, I know they put the Wolverine one and the X-Men one on Netflix, so I'm assuming the Blade one's on Netflix. Um,
What
and I
does you
might go
Blade do?
watch it again. But I do always remember enjoying the Blade one.
What does you Blade do? like
Blade.
all the like, I don't know what who is, but like I forget what I forget what you. Dang, I used to know this. Okay, but all the vampires are like, who are you? And he'd be like, what does you Blade do? And they're like, all the vampires like look at each other. They're like, Blade do. And then then like you hear the music start and he pulls it out. I'm hoping this is what it's like. Like it's just that sensationalist, you know?
I'm not too sure. I don't remember, but I do remember enjoying it. That's all I remember.
All right. How long ago did
I
you
wish
see
I'd
it?
seen more. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it was definitely middle school. Middle school.
So it's
Definitely.
2011. So yeah, makes sense.
I thought that one's cool. I always thought the Wolverine one's cool. I never got a chance to watch the X-Men one, but it was pretty alright. I heard it was alright. Trying to think of who else they had. I don't know.
I don't feel like that maybe my mind has just been poisoned by the Fox X-Men movies.
Yeah.
But I don't like the X-Men.
Oh, dude, I love the X-Men. Freaking love the X-Men.
Maybe I need
Yeah, I
need
think
to
it's
read
because
the
of the Fox
comics
movies.
probably.
But yeah, I do. I mean, I enjoy the X-Men. I'm probably not gonna say I love the X-Men, but I enjoy them. I like most of them, like Wolverine. I mean, but who doesn't like Wolverine? You know,
Yeah, Wolverine's pretty cool. Let's see.
big Cyclops guy recently.
I like Mystique. I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah, I like Mystique. Who else do I like? I think everybody likes Wolverine, Nightcrawler. Or at least everybody thinks Nightcrawler is kind of cool.
Yeah, Nightcrawler is kind of cool. I think Wolverine's okay. I liked him in Logan. I liked Logan a
Logan's a good movie. I just like Wolverine in general, but yeah, I thought Logan was a really good movie.
lot. I kind of like. I feel like that Mystique. It's like there are some superpowers where you're like, okay, I know what I can do with this, right? Like Superman, like everybody, like I think if anybody really had Superman's powers, they wouldn't really use them in a different way. But there are some powers that are like, this is pretty dependent on what you can do with it. It's like a creativity thing. Kind of like, I mean, the Green Lantern stuff is kind of directly like that. But
Yeah.
Mystique's stuff is like, you're kind of bound by how creative you really are.
Right.
Like, you could go in and like, uh, it lends itself best to like scam artists, right? You could just be a really good. I mean, you could just walk in as the president, like she does, right? And yep, go ahead and pardon this guy. You know, pardon yourself or something. You know, I mean, of course, that would require like a lot of. That'd be pretty difficult to do, but um, rob a bank, right? This guy is one of the guys. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I
I
would say
kind of
that.
yeah.
I
I've
mean,
thought about
what did
you
you
know.
what did you mean about you don't think people would use Superman's powers differently? You just don't think they would like
I
come
don't
up
think.
with anything creative, or do you think that everybody would be like, I'm Superman, here I am saving the day
Well, I
type
don't.
thing?
Okay, okay. I don't think that everybody would necessarily be a hero, but the so if you were to use it to be violent, which is more or less okay. Okay, so if you were to use it to be violent, you would pretty much. Okay, so it's like laser vision. I mean, you know what? Maybe I was being too limited. Like with laser vision, couldn't you use that as like a source of energy, and like heat something up and then make electricity or something?
Maybe,
Um,
but no, I get what you mean now. I just needed
Yeah,
clarification.
I didn't mean that
But
everybody who becomes super. If you got superpowers, I'm not Superman superpowers. I'm not saying you would instantly just become Superman, but the way you would fight would be virtually identical to the way Superman fights. I imagine.
right. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah, but
There's
now
not
that
too many things you could really do with that basic of a power set.
yeah, I mean, you could do a lot of things, but you couldn't. There's not like a lot of room for creativity.
Yeah,
Yeah, like if someone who was really clever got Mystique's powers, they could do a lot more than someone who wasn't. That's what I mean.
exactly.
Yeah, and those powers are kind of cool because, like with Superman, you can do cool stuff with his powers, but nothing that's gonna make the audience go like, "Huh, I didn't think of that."
Yeah,
But
nothing like
Mystique,
super
you can.
groundbreaking unless you're just like they're like, okay, I'm just gonna give him this power because.
Yeah, that's good. But
Which I mean, I think stuff like that's cool, but I mean, generally with a basic version of Superman, you're not really gonna get anything special.
yeah, what would you do with Superman's powers?
That's kind of hard. I mean, I don't. I'm not. I think I'd probably like quit my job. I probably
That's
I
fair.
essentially be like a homeless man, honestly. But like,
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't be. I would like establish to everybody that I'm not bound by your laws. Like,
That'd be a flex.
I'm not gonna try to be like violent or anything, but I'm gonna be
Oh,
like, I'm not gonna use my car anymore. Like, I'm just gonna openly use my powers. Like, who's really gonna
yeah.
try to stop me?
You just
I
be like,
might like. I always thought like I would be like I'd like run. I'd like fly around and take everybody's nukes, but I probably wouldn't do that.
Diogenes Superman and go and pee out like, just you like in Starbucks and you just like pee right there and they're like, like, hey, you got to get out of here. He was like, well, I will once I finish my caramel macchiato. Like, sir, we're calling cops. He's like, fine, call them. They're like, sir, if you don't get out, we're gonna have to force you. And like, they just grab you, and like, it's literally as if they're not even grabbing you. You're just that strong. You're like, okay, now I'm finished. Now I'm leaving, but not because you told me to. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't do anything outrageous. I mean, but I feel like I almost wouldn't want to have those powers. I mean, obviously you're gonna watch your loved ones and all that die, and also
Oh yeah,
like
the immortality. Wait,
the
he
yeah
doesn't die of old age.
they age like extremely slow. I don't think it depends on the writer, but most times he doesn't. There's never been like a Superman where he's like, oh, I'm old, I'm just gonna die. Well, not never. I'm sure there has been, but very rare. I know they age slower because like in Batman Beyond, he's
Hmm.
just starting to get like white hairs, and
Oh,
Batman Beyond's like 50 years in the future, and he's starting to look, kind of old. But some
beyond.
versions of Superman like don't age at all. Like Strange Visitor Superman, he uh he just stays. He literally looks the exact same. The only difference is that he gets more powers. he just becomes like ridiculously overpowered.
He just gets stronger and stronger.
Yeah, he just literally gets like ridiculously overpowered. It's like like he could split himself into like multiple copies. I remember like one of the copies was like holding the universe together or something. It's just really weird. But most of the time he doesn't die old age.
I see.
Just because it's like it's Superman, it's like, oh, he'll probably die in like some freaking battle or something.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when he starts to, his power starts to taper off, eventually he'll probably die in some battle.
Yeah, I mean, that's how some people think, or maybe yeah. I feel like that's how probably how to go. He fights a body he just can't beat.
Because you don't like right when you're getting old. I mean, of course, I wouldn't know from personal experience, but I can kind of imagine it. When you get old, you do things that you used to be able to do, then you realize you can't do them anymore.
Right.
And when you're constantly in like life or death situations, when you're doing things that would kill most people, and then your powers start to get weaker and weaker, eventually there's going to be a point where you don't know, but you take that risk, right? Because there's people's lives at stake, and at some point in time, it's going to be a risk you shouldn't have taken, and you're going to die.
Right. Well, I don't even know if that would happen because like Superman, with a lot of versions of Superman, it seems like the older he gets, like the stronger he gets.
Well, huh?
It just
So wait.
I
So
don't.
is he just he's in like a walker, like but he's like stronger than he's ever been before.
I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. So does it like compound like the yellow sun energy just like compound in him and it just keeps getting stronger and stronger like the residue stays? Is that how it works?
I don't. I'm not too sure,
That's
to
fair.
be honest. Um,
I
but
think if
again, we don't really see Superman get to be that age. They don't really tell.
oh,
I'm not gonna say they don't really tell too many stories like that, but there's never really a point where Superman's like just really old. Like you'll get to a point where he's like, oh, he's still around, but like he's got like a little bit of gray hairs or something, but never to the point where he's like just ridiculously old.
so you would still, no matter what, I guess, if you had Superman's powers, you would still see your family die, everyone you ever know die.
Oh yeah, you'd
So
see everybody you've ever known die. You'd probably be around for when the universe expands into nothingness.
that sucks.
That
Hate
would
it when that
suck.
happens.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, I remember I was there the first time it happened. It was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Um, couldn't play. There was that video game I really wanted to play, but really want to watch that one movie, but then the universe ended.
I hate
um,
when that happens.
yeah. I think if I had Superman's powers, I think I would just be a celebrity, and people would be like, "Oh, that's the guy that can fly. Let me take a picture with him." I just and like get endorsement deals and stuff. Like, I don't drive, but if I did, I'd drive a BMW.
I feel like people do that. I think I would set up an LLC immediately, or
Yeah.
I'd set up a trademark immediately for whatever I am, and I'd be like, all right, you can't use my image or whatever for whatever you want. If you do, I'll just come over and kill you.
Might be cooler to just be like you said, just be an outlaw and just be like, walk up into a bank and like rob it, and
Yeah, just be like, just give me the money. We're not gonna do this.
oh,
Don't shoot that gun, guy. Right behind me. Please don't shoot that gun.
you know what? Go ahead. I
Just
don't
give me
even
the money.
care. And then like maybe like he shoots it and it, like it blends in you. He like he unloads the whole clip in you, and you're like, okay, all right, now give me the money. Yeah, like I don't care. Now like I can either go in there and I can break the vault, I can take it, or you can put it in a bag for me, and I'll hear it if you put a dye pack in there. So don't. like
Yeah, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, and you might want to take your finger off that button before I laser it off.
like I will literally kill you. Alright,
I probably wouldn't like. I feel like there's always gonna be that guy who would be like, he thinks he's like super tough. He'll probably like try to like run up and like punch me in the face.
oh yeah, that's true. There would be those guys. Yep.
Somebody would definitely, at least one person would try it. They'd like
And
run up and try to punch me in my face, and then like they break their hand. I just let them though. I'd be like, they'd be like, I bet I could beat you up, and I'd be like, I will literally rob every bank in the state if you can bring me to my knees.
They'd be challenging you to arm wrestling competitions, and you just destroy them each time.
I feel like I'd get in a lot of trouble with governments, but I'll be like, they'd be like, oh, you can't do this and that, and I'll be like, says who? They'd be like, well, us, and I'll be like, oh, I'm not bound by your laws. I don't have to listen to you.
Yeah, I'm
You
not doing
only
that.
control people through fear of death. I'm not afraid. You can't kill me. There's nothing you can do to me. Now you can leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone,
Yeah.
or or if we make it an issue, it can be an issue. But
Just because it'd be cool.
I think I'm gonna come out on top.
Yeah.
I think that's probably how I operate. I'll probably just like lead a. Well, I won't lead a regular life, but I'll be like, I wouldn't like rob people or anything or intentionally try to hurt people. But like, I feel like the government is gonna come to you one day. They'd be like, or if they try to draft me, I'll be like, well, I'm not a U.S. citizen, and if you try to put me in jail, I'll kill you. So
Oh,
you might just want to leave me alone.
maybe just go live in Mexico or something, you know?
I'd probably just live wherever I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd get bored of Earth though. I'd be like, I'd be so bored. There's no stakes in anything.
Oh, yeah, dude,
I'm
you
the
just
best at
explore
everything.
space with a camera and come on back and just be like, dude, check this out. I went to Mars, man. Took a selfie.
Yeah, I probably just like fly around the universe and doing cool stuff. I'd probably like read every book I can. I'd just start like inventing like weird stuff.
Because doesn't he have, like, super speed? Like, you
Yeah,
can reach
and it can
fast.
like process information faster than people.
Dude, get like a screen like the size like 80 foot by 80 foot or whatever, and like you just fill it with a book, and then you just look at it, and then you read the book. And, okay, next book. You know, I don't know
Right.
to what extent the exact limits of it, but you know, you do something like that, maximize it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably be bored within like 2 weeks though. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
of course, like the governments of the world, they're gonna be like, we're gonna do this or that, and I'll be like, no, you're not. You can't do anything to me. If you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
But if you try to mess with me, I will wipe you off the face of this earth.
Dude,
Nobody will remember you.
dude,
You'll
this is
just
what
be
you should do.
remembered as the guy that Kawan White murdered.
Yeah, that's it. You should try. You should be like, I'm gonna have sex with a woman from every country. That should be what you do. Because you could. I mean, women would be lining up. I bet Superman gets petitioned all the time. Has his super babies.
Probably. I'd probably find some aliens too.
Oh yeah, dude, that alien. Clap some alien cheeks.
Yeah. I probably, man,
Dude,
feel
I'd go to
I
Area
feel like the
51.
government would try to like launch a nuke at me though. They'll try to launch a
Well.
nuke and try to kill me.
They can try. I mean, you'd hear it from miles away. So
Yeah, I as soon as they launch it, like I don't know, I'd probably grab it and throw it into their capital. I mean, sure, all those people will die, but
throw it in
that's
his
their
face.
fault.
That's flex.
No. Somebody's gotta have to pay for this.
Somebody.
I'm throwing it right back
pay.
at them. Somebody, it's just leave me alone, and you don't have to deal with this.
No, I'd probably use it for good though. I'd probably I'd probably try and like free North Korea or something. I don't know what exactly I would do to do that, but I'd
Yeah,
figure
I mean,
figure something out. I would have. Oh no, dude, the government would advise me. They would say, "This is the information we have. This is what we recommend you do," and then I just make my own decisions. Maybe I go to the North Korean government, and say, "Hey, what do you guys want?" I mean, of course, they're probably gonna feed me some bullshit, but
I'm just gonna I don't know. I feel like when they're doing like their secret meetings or whatever, I'm just gonna like walk through the wall and be like, all right, guys, now we can start the meeting.
I guess.
I'm just
No.
I'm just gonna listen in. I'm just gonna
Like,
make
I'm
my
just
own
here.
decisions and
Yeah.
do whatever I feel like doing.
Like, guys, I'm just here. I'm here, and I'm just gonna listen in. Like, this is classified meeting. This is classified information. He's like, yeah, and
Well, I mean, if I leave, I can still hear you, right?
yeah,
So
like,
you might as well just let me stay.
I tell you what, you can send your guys in here, and they can just try and shoot at me for 20 minutes. Nothing will happen, and you guys will just have to decide to do it anyway, or we can cut all that out, and you guys can just have the conversation with me here. You just amog everyone, just humiliate all of them. Nope. Like you go up to like the president, you're like, yeah, that was some bullshit. I'm speaking now. And they're like, Secret Service is like, you like your eyes get all red, like it does before you laser them. You're like, nope. Like, yeah, it's like the evil Superman stuff, but like you're not really evil. You're just kind of like selfish, selfish Superman. So it's like I could just kill everyone, but you understand that I'm choosing not to kill you, right? Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's what I thought. That kind of thing. I probably wouldn't be that mean, but yeah, I'd be I'd go to Area 51. I mean, I'd know everything.
Yeah, I feel like, but I'd tell people that I would know the answers,
Mm.
and then I wouldn't tell anybody the answers.
Oh yeah, because journalists would want to be interview you all the time.
Yeah, well, I do like one interview, and then I'd be like, so all right,
I'm done.
you have, I'll give you 100 minutes starting right now. You can ask me whatever question you feel like asking me, and whatever answer is the answer I'm gonna give you,
Yeah,
and then that's it. That's my only interview. I wouldn't want to be a
the only
celebrity. I just
interview.
want people to leave me alone.
How
I
I
mean, I know
see.
people wouldn't,
Yeah,
but
they would.
like, I probably like start shooting lasers at people at like their feet, so they just leave me alone.
Dude, I'm stealing your
I'm
idea.
definitely killing papa. I'm
I
definitely killing paparazzis though. Like
oh,
they're all dying.
I would try to. I would tell people that I wanted them to leave me alone because I knew that that would only make me more popular. I'd I'd be playing 40 chess, dude. I would be like, nobody talk to me, and then everybody would want to talk to you. You know, I will never do an interview, and then people would be like, what do we need to do to interview him?
That could
Boom.
work. I just want people. I genuinely would want people to leave me alone.
I think I would help in natural disasters though, like
Oh
Katrina
yeah,
and
that
stuff.
I think that'd be the only time I intervene. I would
Yeah,
and make it clear that any government conflict, as long as like they're not launching like freaking nukes at people. If I see some nukes is up, like I'm
yeah,
gonna have to step in.
that's true.
But like they're waging war. I'm gonna let you little people do whatever you want. But I'll step in during natural disasters.
I would
I mean,
step
but
in
how?
some
But
wars.
it's
I
like
think.
also it's like what you can't save everybody, and you're gonna get blamed for a lot of people's deaths.
Yeah, that's true. So just
But
but people would also criticize. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because if you save people, then they're gonna be like, why didn't you save more? And if you don't save anyone, then it's gonna be like, why did you save people?
that's true.
So
Yeah, I think I'd step in during like natural disasters. I think war, that's a tough one. I don't want to show any type of political affiliation. So unless I
yeah,
just run on the battlefields and like take everybody's weapons and like destroy them,
yeah.
I'm just not gonna intervene.
Dude, no, dude, you could be the. Oh, dude, this is what I would do. I would just be like, I would just be like, okay, you know what? If you guys don't, if y'all don't sit down and talk this out, I'm killing both of you. Like, what? Let's say,
Oh, okay.
right? Let's say if
Yeah, you
it's
could be the ultimate nuclear deterrent.
yeah. So let's go back to World War II, right? It's I'd say, all right, I can find everyone. I can find Hitler, Mussolini, Hirohito, uh, Chiang Kai-shek, Winston Churchill, Stalin, and FDR. I can find you all. I will personally kill every one of you unless you all sit down and talk this out. Figure something out. I don't care what you figure out. Y'all gonna talk, and then you have 2 days. I would give them like a really short, like you have 2 days
Yeah,
to
they better
meet.
figure it out in these next 2 days,
Yeah,
or I'm killing everybody,
and this
and you
war does
can't
not
stop
stop.
me.
Yeah, and then if they don't do it, I just kill them, and then the next leader would come up, and the next leader would be like, all the next leaders, they would not. They would be like, well, obviously we're going to die unless we figure this out. So they would find out something real quick. Hey, if you have to kill
Yeah.
5 people to stop a war, that's that's an easy
Yeah, and then I
math to
think
make.
you wouldn't even have to kill that much. Like, what if they're like, "Oh, we're trying, but Hitler won't sit down and talk with us." I'll be like, "All right, cool. Who, who's
So
the
too.
next guy in charge after Hitler? Bring him in. Hitler's gone. He's not in charge anymore."
Okay, yeah, and then yeah, but the thing is, you
And
would
then
only
just
have
snap
to
his neck in front of everybody.
in front of the neck in front of like the other Nazis, because then they would be like, yeah. The thing is, you don't.
Yeah, in
And
front of other Nazis and everybody in there, like just blow his brains with his laser vision or
yeah,
something. I don't know.
and like the thing is, because you live so long, you only have to do that once, because the next 200 years, people are gonna be talking about the time that Kwan White killed Hitler, and each time Kwan White says, or Evan says, "Hey, work that out." They're gonna work it out because they're gonna be like, they know, like you fulfill your promises. You're a man of your word, and
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be
yeah,
like, all right, and if you guys and get rid of all your nukes. No, y'all don't even get rid of them. I'll take them all to space
yeah.
and eat them.
I don't even
Ah,
trust you to get rid of them. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I think the yeah, I see what you're saying. Like with there's like a bunch of border disputes around the world, like China, Pakistan, and India, all have border disputes. And that
mhm.
flares up every once in a while. You guys figure this out. I don't care. Figure it
Yeah, I'll
out.
be like, you guys need to figure out something. I don't care if it's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously it's got to benefit everybody.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, I mean, not everybody, but benefit most parties involved. Because if it doesn't, then somebody could just be like, okay, I have a solution. I'll take all the land,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
true.
can go kill themselves.
I
Come up with
just yeah.
something that works out for both parties in some way, or I can come back and kill all of you and let the next guys do it.
Yeah, I'd help. I'd help. I might just be like, yeah, China, that's not your land. Just give it to India, and then
No, no,
like,
no. I wouldn't do that. I think that'd be
I
wrong.
see.
You can't step in like that. You just and that way you have to be like, you guys figure it out. I don't care how it gets
That's true
done.
because,
Figure
yeah,
it out. Make it somewhat fair for everybody involved. And if you don't,
yeah.
I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to tell you which way to go.
Okay.
It's not my job.
You just go up.
But
You go up. You just say, okay. So it looks like there's three leaders. Who's not making the compromise? Or nobody says it. Like I'll kill you all unless you tell me whose fault it is. And then they don't. Okay, you're all dead.
yeah, exactly. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for the next guy to come in,
All
and
right.
he'll
Well, I'll be back next week. Hope you better
hope for
better.
the next guys. And I'd give him a chance. I'd be like, you know what? Go ahead and make that phone call to your families or whatever. Do whatever you have to
Oh
do.
yeah, that's true. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you're all
Yeah,
dead. Like you can run if
exactly.
you want, but I'll come after
Nah,
you.
I would encourage them. I mean, that's kind of messed up, but I encourage them to run. I'd be like, you know what? Go ahead and run. I've been a little bored. I want to see if I can cross map you, cross map you with my laser vision.
Dude, there would be like news crews there to record this too, because you would want to get that as if you're a news person, you want to get that on tape. You want to be the guy who has the best shot. So there'd be like everyone would be recording these world leaders like shitting their pants. Like, hey, you might have everyone
They're
else.
like barricading the doors, and they're like, he can never get through this, and then just walk straight. I literally I'd mess with them too. I'd make it as funny as I possibly could.
Be like,
I'd walk through their their bunkers and everything, like literally just straight up like walk through the wall, and then they'd be, oh my god, please don't kill me, and I'd be like, no, no, I gave you a chance, didn't I? I gave you a chance.
you did this to yourself.
Now you gotta go.
If only you listened.
I'd probably just I wouldn't even do anything like super brutal. I'd just flick him hard enough to break his neck or something.
Yeah.
Depending on how much I like the guy, I just
You can
we'll
kill
see.
yourself, or I can kill you. How do you want me to kill you? Like, please don't, please don't. 5, 4, no. And you'd be like, all right, well, oh, my show's about to come on. Bye, guys. Yeah, maybe, and then people there's this campaign to elect me president, and just yeah, guys, I don't want to do that. Like, what? No, we need you.
And if a guy doesn't
yeah.
show up to the meeting, I'm gonna bring his severed head to the meeting.
Where is he? No,
Like,
you
this
just
is a
go grab
reminder,
him.
Yeah, I'll grab him.
Fly
I'll
through the
grab
air.
him, but I have
Oh
to.
my
He has to
God.
suffer somehow. Maybe he doesn't have to die, but I'll probably fly him over and then break both his arms and his legs.
Could laser off a finger.
Yeah, something like that. He's got to suffer somehow, and I'd be like, now you weren't supposed to do that. Now figure it out. And when they figure it out, then I might help you fix it.
Then, only then. Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't even have an outfit too. Just go in your pajamas.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my god, dude, you guys are making this so difficult for me.
Come on now. Let's see.
I feel like Superman's the only character I do that with. Like other characters, because they're not as all powerful as Superman.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I was Green Lantern, I'd probably just do the regular Green Lantern stuff, just go to space, and I'd rather I know there's some Green Lanterns that are like, oh, I cannot leave my home planet. I will defend my home planet, dude. I would love to leave, not just because Earth sucks or whatever, but I think Earth's pretty cool. But I would just like to leave just to go see what's out there and be like, oh my god, this stuff is awesome.
And you can always do that as Superman too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll just explore the universe. I'll be like, all right, I'm bored of you guys. If I hear you guys doing something, I'll fly back here in 10 seconds. So
Well, how can you really do that?
Superman,
Yeah.
I think it's 13 or something. He's flew from somewhere back to Earth in 13 seconds.
Oh, okay. So he is that. Okay. You yeah. You just discover alien life and be like, what's up?
Yeah, I'll be like, you guys can't. I mean, I'll be like the people on Earth. I'll be like, you guys can't escape me. So, I'm just gonna, you guys do some messed up stuff while I'm gone.
No, dude.
I'm just gonna brutally murder you.
I would declare world peace. I would say, guys, we're doing world peace. That's what I'd go. I'd have like there'd be like I'd call a news conference because I could do that. I'd be like, we're doing world peace, and like, what about all these problems? Like, yeah, that's gonna stop. And they're like, what do you mean it's gonna stop? They're like, if it doesn't stop, then people are just gonna start. Bodies are gonna start dropping. Like, what do you mean? ISIS? I don't even know if ISIS is a real thing anymore. But ISIS, I'm coming. You better stop. I'd be that vague too.
Y'all better stop. I
Y'all
don't know what
stop.
language y'all need to hear this in or whatever else, but
Y'all translate it. I don't know.
yeah, I will kill you. Translate that. I will
Yeah.
murder you.
Everybody. Hey, yeah. So all you cartel, and it would just be like every level. That's how I would do it because I think I care more about. I guess I don't want to virtue signal here, but I care more about it than I guess you probably would. Or maybe you're just saying it, you're just kayfabing and just saying it for the meme. But I think realistically, that's probably what I would do because if you actually go out and save them, that's not the most efficient way to do it. You
Yeah.
because then you're putting them in a corner. You want to at least give them an opportunity, ISIS and stuff, to surrender and stop because the threat is already there. At least after the first time you do it, like you threaten, let's say you threaten ISIS. ISIS doesn't yield. You go in and you just laser them. Next time you make a threat, people are gonna take that really seriously because they just saw
Yeah.
how like there's nothing that
How,
can
how
stop
seriously
you.
you did it.
Yeah, like
I'd want to illustrate too. I'll be like, hey, I'll get this on TV.
yeah.
I want to illustrate how like effortless this is.
Bring a
So I'm just
GoPro.
gonna walk through the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk through. I'm not gonna like make it as brutal as possible. I'm just gonna walk through the front door. I'll find out whichever guy is the leader, and I'll throw him out the window or something.
I would just say, hey, no, I would just let them unload into me until they like run out of ammo, like, and then just wait and say, you don't have to do this. That's what I would. That's the way I'd do it, because I'm not all about killing people. I, you don't need. There's no reason. There's nothing making you do this. You understand that, right? Like, like, and then then you could just go,
You shall die.
you shall die, and then I guess they might just come up next to me and blow themselves up, but like, hey, you understand? Wait, stop.
Now, if they try that, I'm gonna like, I mean, I'm Superman. I'm just gonna disarm the bomb faster than they could
Oh,
detonate it.
yeah. You just
So
oh yeah, I forgot about
I'm
that.
gonna try to like preserve their lives as much as I possibly can. Of course, if they force my hand and they start like trying to harm innocent people and they're like, we don't care what you're gonna do.
Mhm.
This is our mission. Then I'm gonna have to take you out. I'm not gonna give them up to other authorities just because I don't want to
Yeah.
make it seem like I'm favoring somebody over another.
I don't care where it is. I mean, just don't be hurting people. Yeah, I'd just
Yeah,
go in
exactly.
and just disarm all the weapons and then walk in and then just be like, hey, be like, I'd be like a principal, be like, hey, you're better than this. You stop that.
Starting to sound like the real Superman.
Yeah, hey, stop that.
Y'all better stop
Okay.
that.
Now, no, dude. This would be what I do. Like, you only get two. I have a 3-strike system. First, you get the verbal warning. Second, I pay you a visit. Third time, I kill you, and that's it. So, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
I'd be like,
nothing in between.
Kim Jong Un, North Korea needs to be free right now. You have a month. Because that's a country. I mean that's
Yeah, that's a big ask.
It's a big task. Month, pay him a visit. I'd say, hey,
If you're not working as hard as you can on this,
yeah,
and it's not done within a month, I don't care what you have to do. Figure it out.
you're dead. You're just gonna die. Maybe I'd like put it. I don't know if how the whole location thing works, but I feel like the Superman could find out where someone is pretty easily because he's Superman. But I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
he's like freaking X-ray vision.
Yeah, and then
Or if he really wanted to, just fly around the entire world,
yeah, just looking at him,
like in every building or whatever, and just be like, oh,
Yeah.
found him.
found him. Like there's nowhere you can hide. You understand that? And then right, like I said, it only take a few times, and people would just be like, "Hey, when when Superman tells you to do something, you just do it, man. I mean, he'll kill you." Like, but it'd be for good. Be like, Putin, stop that. You need to let free elections
Right,
happen.
and I'm not gonna try to kill you,
Like,
and they're gonna be like, oh, you stupid American. I'm like, I'm not an American.
like,
I'm a human.
I am me. Dude, I would live in
Yeah,
Antarctica too.
I'm a human. I represent Earth. That's all I represent.
Yeah, I'm Earth. I'd get like a place out in the ocean, like in international waters, and I would have like a whole compound there. I don't know how, but I'd get internet. So then I'm not in any
I just
national jurisdiction either.
well, I'd be like, here, give me a house. This I want to live here.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no, dude, just go up to some not some random guy, but somebody, and be like, I'm living in your house now. Like go to like the Queen of England's house or something. This is my house. Buckingham Palace. It's more like Evan Palace. My house.
yeah. Get out.
Get
No,
out.
actually, I wouldn't even let them. I wouldn't even make them get out. I'd be like,
Oh,
just give
I'm
me a spare room.
just,
Kick somebody out. I live here now.
and then
This is what it is.
when I get bored of that, I'd move out.
Yeah, but all right, it was nice living with you guys. I'm out.
I'm out. You'd just be
You
flexing
guys were
everybody.
my
I think that there would be a
my
cult of
favorite.
personality around you though if you did that.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah, people would just be like, dude, he's so cool. Like, dude, he just does good things. He doesn't take shit from anybody. I wish I could be like him. It would be like religions, because they'd be like, this is the second coming of Jesus. I'd be like,
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure. Somebody's gonna say that. They're probably gonna call you like the Antichrist or something.
Maybe,
too.
yeah. I'd solve it, dude. I Hamas, figure it out. Figure it out. What? Yeah, dude. What? It feels like that super with how powerful Superman is. Like it should just be like, does he even need to sleep?
Don't think so. Maybe he does.
It feels like that. It should just be like paradise on Earth.
Well, I mean, you have to think about. We don't have to deal with some of the same things that he has to deal with.
Like what?
Other superpowered beings
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
that want to kill him
I didn't
or
think of that.
rule the world or stuff. You know,
Yeah.
he also doesn't kill people.
No, I see. Well, you don't even need to kill people. I guess you could just. I mean, if you just threaten to laser someone's arm off, that might be enough.
Right, but if he's like,
That's true.
we're having peace on Earth, right?
Yeah.
There could be some villain, right? Let's say,
That's a good point. Yeah.
and they'd be like, well, I'm not doing that, so now what?
Yeah, you're right.
Then you
That's
gotta
true.
fight that guy. Then you gotta fight all the other guys.
Yeah, that's a good point. I
But
do like.
I mean, as far as it like in our world, I think it'd work out pretty easily.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Or die.
Cartels, stop that. And just go and patrol the border.
Stop selling drugs to kids.
Stop selling drugs to people.
And if
I'll
you
buy
keep
drugs.
doing it, I'm gonna make you take all of them. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
No. I'll
But
do
I'll
it
figure
on
it out.
do it on the internet too. I'll live stream it.
Yeah.
I think that the whole energy thing though is like, so there's this form of solar energy. There's this form of like making solar electricity, which is where you have like a desert, right? And you have like a water tower, and then around the water tower is a bunch of mirrors, and the mirrors heat up the water. They like reflect the sun, and it heats up the water, and that somehow makes electricity. And it seems like that you could do that with like the laser vision pretty easily, because we can cut through things. I mean, it should be able to make a ridiculous amount of heat. You know,
Yeah, that makes sense.
the electricity. Boom. Freeze breath. I don't know what you could do with that, but strength.
I don't freaking know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Wouldn't have a car. Would have a car just to flex.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. Well, I wouldn't even have a car. I find it pretty inconvenient. Actually, no, I would. I like to drive.
Yeah, just for like a therapeutic thing, and then when you don't like that car, just slam it into a wall.
That's what one of the Flashes did. He's the fastest man on Earth, but he likes to drive, so he just bought like an expensive car.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
I would do that. I mean, I like to drive, so I just buy a car. I'd be like, oh, this traffic's too much. I get out of the car, just fly my car over to my destination.
No, dude, just go steal somebody's car just because you can. Like, give me your car. Like, what? This car's mine now. So I don't understand. Call police, report it stolen. Okay, give me your keys. You late? Oh my god, you know? Do it to somebody like you don't like.
Yeah, I'd probably do that. I'd be like, hey, I never liked you. You're annoying. Give me your car.
Yeah, wouldn't take. I'd be like, yeah, I don't like the way what you're saying. Close your mouth. What are they gonna do?
They're like, no. I'm like, all right, you either close or I'm just gonna hold your jaw shut,
Yeah,
and that's not gonna work out for you. So
Just be quiet. Uh, yeah. I mean, I guess you could probably. I don't. I mean, I feel like it might be easier to just do the legal route as opposed to robbing the bank. Okay, I would probably like park my car anywhere I wanted to. Well, I guess I wouldn't have a car, but I mean, I
yeah,
might like pee anywhere I want to if I felt like it. I'd do like petty crimes,
yeah.
so I wouldn't go
I
out
feel
and
like
robbing banks.
yeah, I wouldn't rob bank. I wouldn't have a job either though.
Yeah, of course not. You should be
I
able to
just
get
live by my
endorsement
own
deals
rules.
at the very
Yeah,
least.
I live by my own rules. I wouldn't even do that. I feel like I'd get bored with that.
Oh, would you just wait? Would you just steal everything you have, or what would you do?
I don't know. I'd probably just live with my parents though, and I'd be like, Mom, Dad, I live with you guys now. I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to do anything.
I'm doing this because I want to. I feel like though that like eventually just be like, hey, he saved the world so many times. If he wants to rob a bank, let him rob a bank. I mean, come on, like. Dude, I think I texted you this. So I was thinking like, maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But so I always thought about how when superheroes, like when Spider-Man stops someone from robbing a bank, I feel like that like I would be really tempted to just keep that money and be like, yeah, I don't know what they did with it especially because he's poor, right?
Yeah,
So, like,
but he's also a good person, so he can't quite do that.
I mean, I don't know. Is it really bad to steal from a bank? I mean, that's all insured anyway.
Sure, but it's not your money.
Well,
It's
whose
still
is it?
morally wrong. It's not uh, the banks.
What is a bank? Isn't it just some like idea?
No.
Who am I really stealing from?
Well, that money is people put their money in banks, so
Yeah, but like,
some of it is that people's monies. I mean, I do understand we do like fractional reserve
yeah,
banking. So,
but like you
but
don't like.
but if you stole all that money, and let's say there's a couple millionaires in there who have like millions of dollars in the bank, well, they're screwed. They're only entitled to $200,000.
Well, if you're a millionaire and you have like you have your $1 million in one bank, but it's not insured, then I mean,
Even if it is insured, but you're only entitled to $200,000.
yeah, but okay, well that's all right. Well, then I'd only steal $200,000 at a time. Then nobody is losing their money
Why would you take somebody else's money anyway? It's a job.
because I want money. I don't want to work for it.
Well, that's wrong. That's probably why they don't do it, because it's wrong. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't do
but
it. Just because something's wrong doesn't mean I wouldn't do it, but just saying that's
I guess
probably
so.
why they never thought of it.
You know what's wrong?
It's wrong.
Not
What?
paying me for saving the world so many times. That's
See,
that's the
and
real tragedy.
I probably hit him with that heroes for hire strategy, especially if I'm the only superhero. I'd be like, I mean, I can come help you guys, but it's gonna cost you.
I understand there's a hurricane, but just give me a mill. Tell any.
I'll be up there real quick. I'll be up there faster
Oh.
than you can say hurricane.
Dude, what if you just like sell out and like Iran just like we will give you the life of like no king has ever had. You just have to be our bitch one day out of the week or something. Just like more like 12 hours out of the week. So like you have like 80 wives and like you eat like all the time. Just paradise. You just have like servants doing stuff for you all the time. Never have to lift a finger. Maybe that's what I'd do. I'd just sell out. Or
Yeah, but it's like if you sell it to a government, then they could be like, okay, well, today's our day, and you have to listen to whatever we have to say. So why don't you go kill everybody else on the face of the planet?
yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you could always just. I mean, if they tell me to do something like that, I would just be like, tell them no. But
Then they kick you out.
yeah, well, then I can just go to another government.
But then you'll have a reputation, and then they'll just be like, no thanks.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, I work for some company then, with like a detailed contract.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
Company would be like, I'd do whatever I feel like doing. I wouldn't want anything like that tied me down. A contract? No
Okay.
way. I
So,
do.
you
I'm
just-
not saying it's.
That's
I'm not
fair.
saying what you want to do with your powers is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm saying
understand,
I
yeah.
wouldn't do it.
Okay. Well, let me reconsider then. Well, there's got to be a way to monetize it.
Well, you said you do endorsements. I mean,
Yeah, the endorsement
I
deals.
wouldn't,
Yeah,
I personally wouldn't do it, but there's no reason why you shouldn't do it.
yeah. I'd just be a
I feel like I
celebrity,
just
and
get annoyed at some point.
I might just cancel them or something. But yeah, I'd save people from natural disasters and maybe even do the war thing I said, and when I'm not saving the
Yeah,
world, I eat Subway.
yeah. I mean,
Chill and get paid millions of dollars, and I just have some house somewhere. Bada bing, bada boom. I'd sit on
yeah,
my
that's
ass
probably
all
what I
day.
would do. Exactly. That's probably what I do. Spend most of my day doing.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh well. I guess honestly, realistically, I'd probably use the funds to like make movies, but
Oh yeah.
um,
I'll be like, I'm bored. I'm making a movie. You guys better watch or I'll kill all of you. No, I'm just joking.
kill.
But
Oh, am I? And
I
then
might.
people would be like legitimately scared because you can just kill everyone on the face of the earth. You just jerk around like, what did you say? Like, nothing, Superman.
Somebody gives it a bad review and they're like, "Hey Tom, why'd you give it a bad review? You might want to rewrite that, don't you think?"
Yeah, you're just like a bully. Just become a bully for everyone.
Yeah, I'll be like, "You watched it a second time. You liked it better, right, Tom?"
Right, Tom? No. Uh, oh, so I was thinking about Thomas Wayne Batman earlier. Okay. I was thinking about Catwoman. So, obviously in the comics. Well, wait, I'm sorry, wait, do you want us to talk about this? We've been talking about this for like 30 minutes.
No, you can go ahead.
I didn't want to hijack it. I guess I
No,
did, but I
it's
just
fine.
realized midway through that that's what I was doing.
Well, you already started. You might as well just keep going.
Okay, alright. So like in Night of Vengeance, obviously Selena Catwoman's like Oracle, and that's fine. Maybe she'll eventually get there. But I was thinking, okay, so you obviously I don't know to what extent this goes to in the comics, but Bruce and Selena they get like they get it on.
Yeah,
I was thinking that like the
Thomas does it too.
Thomas does it too, but Thomas is like you know different. I was thinking that like they would run into each other. He's annoyed with her, of course, and then eventually like she hits on him, whatever, and he's like ignores it, and then like eventually he starts like she kind of tells that he likes it, and then one day they just like have like super like intense sex, like it just breaks out into a sex scene, like she like does the thing where she like walks around Batman like tracing her finger on him and stuff. He's like, I don't know what he says, but he's like,
Wait, isn't she like a bank robber?
well, yeah, but isn't the thing that like Batman tries to get her to change her ways, and she eventually kind of does.
Right, but he's not the same person.
Okay, so how do you think it would?
At some point, he's just gonna shoot her.
Does Thomas Wayne Batman really care that much about bank robbery?
I mean, I know you wanted to fit in your story, but I'm pretty sure he does. Like, I think he should. I think at some point, maybe first couple of times, he's like, "All right, stop it. I'll leave you alone if you just stop," or throws her in jail or whatever. But at some point, maybe around the fifth time, he's like, "All right, you keep on doing it. I've asked you to stop enough times. I'm just gonna shoot you."
Oh, all right, okay, all right. Well, let me.
I just feel like
Okay.
that's his character.
Well, okay. So
He gives people. He doesn't give, and I think I'm being generous with
Mhm.
like the 5 times because like obviously he's not giving a lot of people a lot of chances.
well, in the
Killer
comic,
Croc showed up for like
yeah.
2 seconds and then he like murdered him.
I thought that was cool. I was like, oh my.
No, I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I thought it was cool
Yeah,
too.
I
But
thought I
it was
was
just
like.
like it was like a representation of what
I
he
was
was
like, oh, so
saying.
Killer Croc is going to be the antagonist in this comic. I was like, oh, well,
Nope. He's like I'm going to just get out of here.
okay,
He'll
well,
chop you in half and chop your head off and all that stuff.
let me back up. So I was thinking, so you know how in Flashpoint it says that he's a master strategist, the world's
Yeah.
greatest strategist. So I was thinking that what if Thomas Wayne Batman, he's playing the long game. Bruce Wayne is like on individual. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bruce Wayne is like on the individual. I'm saving hearts and minds, saving people's lives. That's the right thing to do.
Depends on
Mhm.
what he's doing.
Okay.
Depends on what the end goal is. I mean, it depends on where you're about to go. Like, he's not just gonna let a
Okay.
crime just happen.
That's true. That's true. But well, he's
But
not like.
he'll if he's he'll let you rob a bank if he thinks he'll lead you to if he thinks you'll eventually lead him to like the leader.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, that's true. But of course, he's like with the whole Joker thing. Like, hey, Joker's gonna keep killing people, so you kill him. Obviously, the
Right.
killing thing's kind of different. But okay, well, let me think about this. Okay, well, I guess maybe it will be revealed by my telling of the way I see the Thomas Wayne Batman thing going out. So I'm thinking that the Night of Vengeance thing kind of includes this, but Wayne and Batman are more intertwined. Thomas and Batman are more intertwined than Bruce and Batman. My
I
understanding.
kind of disagree with that. I
Oh,
mean, well, I want to see what you're gonna say.
okay.
Like, how do you
So
mean?
like, so Thomas, the casino, obviously, rakes in criminals. He's Thomas is personally talking to Jim all the time. They hang out together, and he seems to have some sort of influence on what the Gotham security does. Um, are you agreeing with me so far?
Yeah, yeah.
But so just on that basis, isn't Thomas more associated with the Batman character than Bruce is?
I don't see how that makes him more associated with the Batman character
Okay, okay,
than
that's fair.
Bruce.
So Thomas went in and out of the bat suit. He's fighting crime. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Does Bruce do that?
Sometimes, I mean,
Sometimes.
he's like, I guess not to the same extent as Thomas Wayne, but again, I don't see how that makes him like less intertwined with Batman.
Doesn't well? Isn't the whole point of Batman to fight crime?
Yeah, but that's not the only thing that makes him Batman. I think I think they're about the same, but I think like you know how it's been said that Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is who he really is.
Yeah, which I believe.
Right.
Hmm.
That I don't really get. I mean, at the most you can say that that's the same for Thomas Wayne, but
Okay. Well.
I think Thomas Wayne you can make the argument Thomas Wayne fights crime more often or is more involved with cleaning up the streets or uses his resources
Hmm.
more for Batman, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of, but then again, Bruce uses all the technology at Wayne Tech and
Hmm.
all the money to fuel Batman anyway.
But
And he also gives resources to GCPD. He just doesn't
mhm,
have a business like the casino where he draws in criminals.
I see. Okay.
But
Okay.
I don't think that really makes him I don't want to say less of a Batman because I don't think that was your point.
Okay. Well. I think you're correct. And you've convinced me. I'm thinking that like Thomas Wayne, he is pitting. So I was kind of thinking about it earlier, and I was thinking the way that the comic kind of presents it is that like a significant amount of like the antagonists just aren't there. Obviously, Joker still exists, but Penguin isn't a figure. Um,
Two Face.
Two Face doesn't happen yet. I guess maybe it would have had. Well, no, because Joker always makes Two Face, right? So Two Face would never exist.
Well,
Um,
not it's not necessarily no, it's not necessarily always Joker,
okay.
but it's somebody throws acid in his face
Hmm.
and
Okay,
makes
so it
him
could have
like
been.
and he just kind of just unleashes what he has always been.
So Two Face
But
could eventually exist, but he hasn't been
well,
established to ever
not
exist, right?
not really because this was like at this point Thomas had already met Barry Allen, so
Yeah,
Two Face isn't gonna get a chance to surface
exactly.
because the
Um,
world's gonna like explode or whatever. I
yeah.
forgot what happened, but
Explode. I
whatever
think
they
it
just
just
did.
vanishes from existence or something.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I was thinking that it's just like crime families and it's just gang wars. That's the whole thing. I'm
Okay,
thinking
like the Falcone family and
Falcones and Sionis and I don't know, maybe some.
I forget the other ones. There's some other ones,
Well,
but
the
we'll figure it out.
Zuko that we saw, I was looking into Dick Grayson's background and it's like Frank Zuko or something. So this is what I kind of had in mind. I had in mind that Wayne opens up the casino and there's problems with the local mafia. Maybe in that part of Gotham, Zuko has control. Another part Falcone does. Another part Sionis does. And then he works his way out. So he messes up the Zuko mafia infrastructure in that part of Gotham. deals with that problem, probably kills Zuko. Then the main two are Sionis and Falcone. And this war that's happening is pretty intense. It's messing up Gotham. And Falcone and Zuko, they think that Batman's just like a hired thug. They think he's just like another Deathstroke. I guess Deathstroke is kind of different in this world because he was in the Resistance
But
or whatever.
I get what you mean. You know,
Yeah.
maybe not exactly another Deathstroke, but they think he's like a mercenary. or
Yeah, they
something.
just think he's a merc. And maybe the public thinks that too. And so Thomas Wayne, he uses that. What if he's really playing the long game here. He somehow pits them more and more against each other. Such the failure of Bruce Wayne is that the villains, they all understand they're the villains and Bruce Wayne's the hero and Batman's the hero. That's the problem. They fight amongst themselves, but they all know who the real enemy is. But Thomas Wayne, he understands that he's the better strategist. He understands that they can't think that Batman's actually like a good guy, quote unquote, from their perspective. They need to think that he's just some other thug. So their priority is not taking out Batman. Batman's just another factor. Batman just makes it worse. Thomas Wayne understands that things have to get worse. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this character, but Thomas Wayne understands that things have to get worse before they get better in Gotham. So he makes Falcone believe. So he plants things as he's fighting these criminals, such that Falcone thinks that Sionis hired him. Sionis thinks that Falcone hired him. It gets worse and worse. Like it just gets totally unmanageable until like, and his idea is like he wants to call as much attention to the Gotham's crime as possible. And then it gets so bad, maybe he kills them both. Maybe they end up getting arrested. Probably not. Maybe he just kills them both, and it's just like, well, all the criminals have either shot each other, killed by Batman, or they're in prison, and then it's like, there's like this cataclysmic event where that happens, and then like the next day, Thomas Wayne's in his study, bloody knuckles, drinking scotch and smoking a cigar, and you see like the news on there, and it says something like this: crime is gone, and all the significant crime families in Gotham has left. People asking, who will replace them? What will replace them? Something maybe we're gonna see a new Gotham, a Gotham without crime, and then maybe it's just like the last shot is like. Thomas Wayne smiles. You like get a close up on his mouth, and he takes a drink or something. I don't know. That was what I was daydreaming earlier today. What do you think?
I mean, I think that works pretty well. I don't really have an issue with that. Yeah, I don't really have an issue with that, except for the fact that you seem to think that Bruce isn't as good of a strategist as Thomas Wayne.
Well, isn't that
I don't think that really plays a part into the story, so it doesn't really
That's
matter.
true. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, your opinion on that doesn't really,
It's not
make
pertinent
the
to that
story
particular
better or
thought.
worse, So I can't really take too much issue with that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, at the very least, the strategy part is, in comparison, more important as it's been established in the characters. Like, does that make sense?
I don't really see where you're getting that from, but it makes sense.
In Flashpoint, they say he's like the world's greatest strategist. And that's why they want him on the superhuman team, right?
Right.
I mean, nobody
Well,
ever
Batman-
calls
it's
Bruce
Batman.
Wayne Batman the world's greatest strategist. He's the world's greatest
Because they
detective.
already called him the world's greatest detective. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of I mean, he is the one that always comes up with all the plans, but I guess he just might not be the world's greatest strategist.
Okay, maybe Bruce Wayne Batman is so much better that his term already includes Thomas Wayne's term.
I don't think he's so much better necessarily. I just don't think that Thomas Wayne is that much better in a sense. I think they're a lot closer than you think. I think I think Bruce would think about these things, but he doesn't act on them because it's like morally wrong, for him to do some of the things that you suggested.
I'd agree with that.
I think he would certainly be like someone would suggest to him, or he'd think, probably come across his mind like, why don't you do it this way? He can't. He can't play long game that way. He just can't. This is not how it works for him.
I think that's what I was trying to say earlier when I said that Bruce Wayne isn't thinking about the long. Well, Thomas Wayne plays the long game and Bruce Wayne doesn't, because it's not that Bruce Wayne's too stupid to see it. It's just that he, like you
He
said,
can't.
he can't.
I mean, not he can't.
He
He does
refuses
see
to
it.
do
He
it.
just
Yeah.
can't act on it. He just can't.
That would
He
be
can't
wrong.
apply that kind of strategy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, well, he really can't. I mean, he'd
Because
get too
it's
many
not
people
him.
killed,
Yeah.
and in his eyes, that's bad.
Yeah. Well.
And Thomas Wayne would be willing to, you know, one life is less than 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
He's
course.
sacrificing a couple
He's doing
people
the
to save
math.
the whole
Yeah.
city. Yeah,
Like I was
I think
thinking.
Bruce Wayne does the math, but he's not gonna like apply it.
Yeah, he understands that, but it's wrong. So,
Right.
I was thinking that it'd be it'd be funny if so I said earlier, well, what do you think? Maybe like Vicky Vale or something like what do you think about the reports that since your casino has caused 20% of the new crime in Gotham? And that Thomas he's like, yeah, who said that? He's like, Jack Ryder and a group of Jack Ryder can kiss my ass or something like that.
Yeah, it seems like something he would say.
Like, I don't give a fuck what Jack Ryder thinks. Like, yeah, I think it'd be like an interesting arc, and again, the 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 only reason why that's such a cool character is its contrast with Bruce Wayne Batman, which is, I think the coolness of that story is based on what you said earlier. Like, Bruce Wayne Batman refuses to do that because you would be getting people killed. But of course, Thomas Wayne, he does the numbers. I think that I think the reason why Batman is so cool is that I think most of us would devolve into Thomas Wayne Batman. I think most of us would be
Yeah.
would like with that guy in Night of Vengeance where Joker like poisons him or something and he goes crazy and he just snaps his neck and walks away. I think that I would eventually get to that point. I would just be like, no, these people are just he's damned.
Yeah, we'd all get to that Thomas Wayne, maybe even that Grim Knight level where we're just like, I'm gonna kill people, and nothing's gonna stop me because these people are bad. I'm good. I'm just gonna start shooting them.
And the beauty,
Obviously not. I mean, not even obviously not, but I think we'd all get to that point. We get pushed over the edge.
and the beauty of exactly, and that I think we all know that when we see Bruce Wayne make these decisions, and that's what makes him cool is that we can see the part within him that he's reviewing, the part that we all have that he refuses.
Right. And that's why he's a pretty good. Bruce Wayne himself is a good hero
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
he's something to aspire to be like.
Yeah.
We can't be Bruce Wayne, just like we can't be Superman. I mean, we can't be like these characters. Our only hope is to be,
Yeah.
as close to them as we can get. But realistically, we'd all devolve. Even if we tried our best to start out as Bruce Wayne, like let's say we go down the same career path. Everything's all fine, everything's all great. Literally, the moment Jason Todd died, everything would change.
Yeah.
I mean, and before that point, Joker. I mean, it's all fun and games. No, there's no real stakes for you. You're not. I mean, besides your life. I mean, Dick Grayson, he quits. He didn't die. He moved on. He's living his life, doing great. Barbara. Oh yeah, I guess she did get crippled. I wonder, like, where in the timeline she got crippled. Was Dick Grayson? I believe Dick Grayson was probably Nightwing at that point.
Okay.
Or was it, no? Were they around the same time period? It's all screwy. But depending on which one's first, like if Barbara Gordon got paralyzed first, it doesn't matter. If it's Barbara Gordon or Jason Todd, whichever one of those events happened first, that's the event that's gonna send me over the edge. At the very least, I'm gonna start with it's gonna start with the Joker. The Joker's going to be the guy that makes me kill somebody. You get what I'm saying?
I do. The guilt At the very least, I think it'd be enough to quit. The guilt of Jason Todd, the guilt of Barbara.
Yeah. I think personally, I probably could get past. Well, not get past, but I think Barbara could probably like convince me not to kill the Joker. I just if she told me not to do it, I think she could convince me.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way that Jason Todd dies. I took this kid in, I raised him, and the Joker just brutally murdered him. There's no way that I go through that and then I just don't kill him.
Yeah.
And I know it's him, and he's like happy about it. He's happy that I know, and he thinks we're playing some kind of game. I'll kill him. I'll start with him, and then I'll go with the others. The only ones I'd probably leave alive is like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze. Yeah.
He's such a sympathetic character, and I'll be like, stop killing people. I will help you.
Yeah, yeah.
I will literally. I won't even throw you in jail. I will literally help you. I will give you the money you need. Just stop hurting people. And he would stop. He probably would stop. Usually the way he's portrayed, how he's usually portrayed, there's no part of him that enjoys hurting people, except maybe Batman, but that's because Batman's always thwarting his plans. But
Yeah.
there's no part of him that actually enjoys murdering people. He just does it because they get in his way.
Yeah.
What he's trying to accomplish.
You're a real thorn in my side, Batman.
But I'd leave him alive. I'd probably leave like Man Bat alive.
Yeah, isn't he just like a? I don't. I remember him in Arkham Knight. Hold up. I don't remember how he
his
became.
story in Arkham Knight's pretty much how it goes.
So he just experimented on himself, and it was just like.
Yeah, it just went wrong.
I see.
I'm not gonna kill you for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the cure and I'm gonna stop you and probably throw you in jail, but I'm not gonna kill you for that. But Two-Face, he's gotta go. Joker's gotta go. Poison Ivy, I'll probably throw her in jail.
I was thinking about what's Poison Ivy in Flashpoint universe.
I just know she's dead. That's all I remember.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, I remember Thomas
go ahead and vamp.
mentioned. Thomas mentioned that Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and somebody else was dead.
Somebody mentioned that Poison Ivy was dead. You said.
Yeah, Thomas mentioned that Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and somebody else was dead.
Oh, I see.
He might have said Mr. Freeze. I doubt it. I don't know. There's some part of me that believes that Thomas would sympathize with the god.
Let's look it up.
Maybe I don't have as much of understanding as I thought I
just
did.
Be like, it's not worth it. I don't know.
But I mean, I feel like he's a little bit more. Man, he might have killed him though. I doubt it. There's no way he killed him. Oh, he shot him.
Citizen Cold killed him.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Captain Cold is a hero in this world. Yeah. I forgot about that.
They talk about that in the comics. I didn't really know who Captain Cold was. I didn't know he was a villain or anything.
He's a Flash villain, old Flash villain. The Flash villains are really like the only villains left who are like have morals. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Oh, really?
They have like a code that they follow. Like they'll rob banks, but they won't kill women and children.
I see. I always thought that
to join their little team, they're just like, you cannot kill women and children. We don't do that.
I always thought the whole not killing women thing was sexist.
It probably is, but I mean, if I was a woman, I would actually want you to say that. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
True.
Don't kill me. That's fine.
Okay, well, duh. Well, I don't think you should kill. Okay, well, let me clarify.
I think you should kill anybody.
You shouldn't kill anybody. Unless you
I get it. I mean,
lives.
just be equal opportunity. But I mean, that's one of the cases where it's like, you know what? Be as discriminatory as you want. Go right ahead. Please don't kill me. Oh, you're a supervillain, but you don't kill black people? Oh man, I'm so mad about that. Like, no.
It's funny. It's like white people. You've been misguided. You've been lied to. I don't blame you. Okay. Okay. Black Panther. It's like these black people. They should know better. I don't blame you. Like something. It's like okay. Well, it's kind of racist, but it's kind of what? Oh, kind of nice of you. I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, I'd leave it alone. You know, that's one of those times where it's just like, I mean, you kind of got it good. No women, no children. And maybe, yeah, it is a little sexist, but I mean, honestly, good job for being sexist, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I mean, hey, if your
If you're
causes you to
leaving
save lives, that's okay.
yeah, you're leaving somebody alive, then that's good enough for me.
So what's going on with Captain Cold? What's his deal?
He's just a guy with a freeze ray, basically.
Oh, okay.
I'm not too, well versed in him with him, but he's kind of interesting, but not really. It's just interesting within the context of the Flash. He just was like, "Oh, I can beat the Flash. I'll just freeze him, or I'll freeze the ground, or whatever."
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it just usually doesn't work out for the guy.
Well, yeah. It seems like that'd be a cool. That would be a cool superhero, like a guy who just has a freeze rate, like a Mr. Freeze type superhero.
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
But it is kind of, I don't know. I feel like if I was a villain, I would choose what city to move to. Choose it kind of carefully.
Yeah. Well,
if I was gonna commit, I mean, obviously they don't choose. Like they just live somewhere. But at some point, if I live in Gotham and I'm just getting beat up by Batman every day, I would move to I think it's Keystone City where the Flash lives.
Yeah, Keystone. Yeah, Flash lives in Keystone.
He's not gonna hurt me, especially if I'm not like a superpowered being. He's just gonna be like, "Hey, stop that," and I'll be like, "Oh, you got me again, Flash."
Got me again, Flash. My bad.
I remember they did that in the Justice League cartoon. It was the Trickster, I think his name was. He was like committing some crime or something. Mm-hmm. No, he wasn't taking his meds, and he was like in his costume and stuff. And Batman was about to go beat him up, and then the Flash was like, "Don't worry, I got this." He's like, "Hey man, you got to start taking your meds again. You're wearing the costume again." And then he was about to leave, and Batman was like, "Aren't you gonna go take him to jail?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, he'll take himself to jail." he's like, hey Larry, don't forget to turn yourself in. He's like, "You got me again, Flash."
That's weird. I feel like the thing with Batman is, why does no one else help him? Especially when in Arkham City when they were gonna burn down the whole city. Why didn't Flash show up? I mean, that would have been so much easier.
Yeah, or Superman.
Superman too, yeah.
Duh. And especially because they have a new game coming out, the Suicide Squad game, which establishes that the Justice League existed in this universe. So, literally, why don't you help them? Why don't you help Batman? I know Batman's like, "Oh, I can handle it myself." But when it gets to a point where they're like, "We're gonna blow up the whole city,"
you just have to be like, "I don't care."
I'd be like, "I know you're gonna be upset, but at least let me beat up you focus on Scarecrow. I'll beat up everybody else."
Yeah, honestly, exactly. There's this clip in this. Let me change the scene here in OBS. There's this clip in this review that addresses what we just talked about, and it's pretty funny. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, what's this? Okay.
Two down. You put it down. Who the hell steals a PS2 anyway, huh? I'm broke. Criminal scum. Fucking dead now. You stop right there, criminal scum, because I'm Batman! I'm gonna bring you to put the PS2 down! You put it down! Who the hell steals a PS2 anyway, huh? I'm broke. Well, I'm sorry, but I gotta bring you to justice! Is
that a gun?
No.
You would use guns!
No, it's not a gun! It's a backlock! Yeah, backlock!
Backlock.
It incapacitates you, see?
That's making fun of how the bat tank was oh yeah, it sends rubber bullets out and they go flying 20 feet. It's that guy's dead.
Yeah, or the part where you literally run over them.
Yeah, you literally
electrocuted when they touch the wheels or something.
Yeah,
I'm no, I ran over his entire body. He's dead.
Yeah, that's a ton. It's a ton thing. Okay. This is what he talks about it. No, I muted it.
Spawn, that with the stakes so high here, he'd at least ask Batman if he's got things under control or something, even though we know what Batman's response would be.
Damn it. No, I don't need your help. God, I just have to find Scarecrow.
Seriously, Bruce, it'll take 2 seconds.
No! What did I just say? God, this is my city, Clark. You don't need you swooping in here every fucking time it's in trouble to help me out. So go away.
Scarecrow's right there.
What?
He's right there.
No, he is not!
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not! That is a fake Scarecrow! You see, he fooled you! That's why you need me! God, you don't understand! You're needed elsewhere. Just go!
Why won't you let me help you, Bruce?
No! No! No, no, no! You don't have to come to my city like this, Clark! This is my city! Gotham is mine! You're ruining everything! I hate you! My parents are dead! I hate you! I hate you, you son of a... No, what are you doing? Put me down! Clark! Clark, put me down!
What's it?
I'm gonna use kryptonite on you, you son of a bitch!
Better not.
Okay.
You better not.
Alright!
You okay?
Yes!
Calm. Hey, I'll keep you up here.
Put me down!
Calm down.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry. It's just, I love my city so much. And sometimes I can't contain the rage of my vengeance. Thank you, Clark. You've made me understand who I truly am. And why I must do things on my own without asking for help from you every single time. Because, you want to know the reason? Because I am Batman!
He's got some serious issues.
Yeah. Because honestly, like,
Yeah, I feel like Superman would have at least asked.
because
I mean, at some point, if I'm Superman, I know he's got trust in Batman, and that's all fine and good, but I would have been like, look, you just deal with Scarecrow. Like, focus all your effort on Scarecrow. I will get everybody else
yeah,
that's not involved in this whole Scarecrow business.
because I mean,
So whatever else.
or maybe even before then, like whenever Scarecrow threatened the entire city. Because that's what happens in the beginning, right? He threatens the entire city and then they evacuate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd leave that to Batman. I mean, I can't go around holding his hand all the time.
Okay.
Like, I mean, Superman has enough respect for Batman to know he can handle things on his own.
Batman.
But when it gets to the point where it's like, there's literally like 30 people he has to defeat to save the city, I'll be like, dude, I'll take 15, you take 15.
Yeah,
we
that's
can
what it
split
is.
this up, make this night real easy. Call
Yeah.
in Robin or something. Now
Robin gets 5, you know.
Yeah, Nightwing gets some other.
Yeah.
Just focus on Scarecrow. We'll fix everything else.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Like, it's pretty ridiculous that all that happens in like one night too. In
It's so
Arkham Knight.
stupid.
Like,
Doesn't make any sense.
on one night.
I mean, of course, I know Scarecrow's not going to take a break, but it would have been nice to see like Batman be forced to fight into like, you know, the morning. You know, he's still having to do this thing. It just doesn't end at night. Like, they're still going.
Daytime.
It's morning.
Batman.
I mean, I know Batman's not like, the sun, I got to go back home.
Yeah, of course. I mean, one
He's like-
doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah, but you know, he's not like a vampire or anything. But I mean, he fights during the day if he has to, and this would be a case where he has to.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the events would go past that. Of course, I don't think he should be fighting for 24 hours straight. I mean, the villains are not going to give him a break, but you know, I feel like he could get it solved in like 12 hours or something.
Yeah.
Especially because he's trying to do it all by himself, he could get it solved in like 12 hours. And Nightwing helps a little bit, so probably less than that.
Yeah, I kind of wish that. Yeah, I think it'd be cool if we got like a co-op game or something.
We are the Arkham the Gotham Knights game is co-op. Although Batman's not in it, it's Red Hood, Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl. I mention this game a lot, and I say like the exact same thing every time.
I remember you mentioning it.
Yeah, this is at least my third time mentioning it.
Oh, are you salty that I don't remember, or?
No, I'm just saying it is. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh, okay. Montreal, Gotham Knights. Yeah, there's the DC Phantom, did all that.
It looks kind of interesting, I would say. But
Well, if they design it, if it's like the same engine and stuff, then
it's not.
oh,
This was the studio that made
Origins.
Origins,
Okay.
which the gameplay was fine, but the
Yeah.
gameplay is very different in this game,
Well, oh, okay.
which you're about to see for a little bit. I don't like some of the decisions they made. They're doing Court of the Owls, but Court of the Owls does not work without Batman, so it's like, why even do it?
Do you have a do you think that there's a certain story that they should do with if they were gonna try to not have Batman?
There's a couple that come to mind. Battle for the Cowl is a really storyline
Battle
that
for the
doesn't involve
Cowl?
Batman. For the Cowl.
Cowl.
So they're all trying to figure out who's gonna be the next Batman, kind of.
Oh,
So it
that's
starts
cool.
off Red Hood. He takes up the mantle of Batman, but obviously Red Hood kills people. So it's like everybody's like, "Oh my God, Batman's back!" But why is he like literally murdering everybody? So Tim Drake tries to stop him, and he gets beat up pretty badly. Let me see. Tim
How would
Drake
that
tries
work
to
in
stop
a-
him. Tim Drake dresses up as Batman as well. He gets beat up by Jason Todd, and Nightwing kind of reluctantly accepts the role as Batman. He beats Jason Todd, saves Tim Drake, and then he like at the very end he's like very sad about it, but he realizes that he's like the only person who can take up the mantle and become Batman, so he ends up becoming Batman
Dick
for
Grayson.
like 3 years. Yeah. And then the first thing he does, he immediately fires Tim Drake as Robin.
That's funny.
And then he gets Damian to be Robin. I know I missed a lot of stuff,
Where-
but that could be really cool.
Where have I heard that before?
Damian Wayne. I mean,
Oh, is he?
he's
Oh,
the newest Robin.
oh,
I
he's
mean, he's
the.
probably been.
I see. He's the.
He's
Dutch
Batman's
son.
actual son.
Oh, this is someone else. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a professional wrestler. I didn't. Yeah, but yeah, Damian Wayne is Bruce Wayne's biological son.
I see. Wait, who's the mom?
Talia al Ghul.
Oh, fun. Oh,
She raped him.
she raped Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I mean, you know, she kind of like did her little Cardi B thing, you know, pop some pills in his drink,
Oh,
and
that's
then went to work.
pretty dark.
Yeah. I mean,
It says
he's not
pretty
like, oh my
dark.
God, she raped me, but like if you think about it, you don't have to think that hard. But if you like analyze the situation, she like literally raped him.
This doesn't. This seems to. I mean, the Wikipedia article doesn't say it was rape. I guess it's kind of the whole sexism, how people kind of sweep.
Yeah, I
men
mean,
victims.
I mean, based on the context, I mean, I'm just saying, I would consider a rape, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you drug someone and then have sex with them.
Have sex with them.
I always thought that was kind of weird. I thought like if I get drunk, right, and I'm with my wife, I tell her beforehand. So if I say, if like my wife and I, we talk about it and we're like, hey, if I'm ever drunk, like, it's totally fine. I still would feel weird. Like I wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't feel right if I wouldn't. But I also like you saying you wouldn't feel right if you did it with a drunk woman, right? Whether your
Yeah,
wife
yeah.
and she's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
I
we
wouldn't
talk
feel
about
right
it
about it
beforehand.
either. Even if I got their consent. But also, I don't like hanging around people who are drunk anyway. I find them annoying. So I
Oh,
find
that's
it hard
fair.
to believe that I'd have sex with a woman that's drunk.
That's fair.
I was with my friends and a couple of other people, but they were drunk, and I'm like, my God, you guys are really annoying. I can't wait to go home.
That seems like something you do.
But, yeah, I mean, oh, you should take a look at Jason Todd's Batman costume. It's pretty cool.
Oh, first of all, let me ask, how would Battle for the Cowl work in a game?
Oh, that's true. You probably have to play as a. I guess the story would have to center around playing as Nightwing. I mean, you could play as Tim Drake as well, I mean, I guess they could function like the Arkham games. I'm sure there's other criminal elements that take place too. I was just talking about more the overarching battle for the cow. I'm sure there's other things you could do and they could
Well,
work in, but
maybe it could be like
you'd have to
multiple
play as like,
characters, like you change from this character to this character
oh yeah, that could work.
throughout it.
I would do, yeah, you could play as Jason Todd and then Tim Drake, and your Tim Drake mission, like you do like the mission leading up to when you play as Tim Drake. I mean, leading up to the fight with Jason Todd, and then you switch back to Jason Todd and have to beat up Tim Drake.
Yeah,
I like Jason's Batman costume in Battle for the Cowl.
yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
I sent you Nightwings. I mean, his is pretty standard, so it's not anything like too impressive.
Oh, did you put
I
it
just
in
like the
Zoom
belt.
chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I put it in. No, I put it in the Discord a while ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait, was it like a while ago that it'd be a waste of time? Oh, did one of
No,
these you
it's-
sent me?
Yeah. It was the one with
thumbnail?
the golden bat belt.
Oh, I see. Oh, who was that?
That's Dick Grayson.
I see.
I like that they're doing with when he became Batman, because you know how he's like kind of the opposite in personality as Batman.
Yeah, he's a lot had more.
Yeah, they actually mentioned that in the story. Like, what's his name? Jim Gordon was like he was noticing that like Batman was acting different,
It's like
and he's like started
What's up,
cracking
Jimmy?
jokes.
like
What?
hello, Batman.
He's like cracking jokes and doing all this weird stuff.
Like backflipping off the fucking.
Yeah.
See, you got a real spring in your step, Batman.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
look
real good.
You look a little bit younger. What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling real good. I think it'd be cool to see. I think it'd be cool to get like a Nightwing or a Dick Grayson Batman movie too with like the acrobatics. I just love how in like the Arkham games how he's doing backflips all over the place and stuff. I just think that'd be so
Right.
cool.
Yeah, I would love to see that Nightwing movie. I am partial to Dick Grayson Batman. I think he's my favorite Batman.
Over Bruce Wayne, or you mean
Yeah,
favorite?
I like him. I like him over Bruce Wayne. I mean, of course, Bruce Wayne's the original. I like Bruce Wayne, but I liked his run as Batman. But I mean, I'm pretty partial to like legacy characters in DC. So, for example, what's his name? The Flash.
Mhm.
I'm not too big of a fan of Barry Allen. I like Wally West a lot more. I'm just usually pretty partial to the legacy characters of, you know, like Kid Flash taking up the mantle. It's Flash. I'm just pretty partial to those. I usually like those characters a little bit better.
I see. I just don't know much about it to be able to comment on it.
Yeah, I get you. I think Dick Grayson was an interesting Batman. I liked how he had to like learn how to almost not be himself
Oh, this looks
in a
cool.
weird way.
Yeah, he had to learn to
Yeah,
because Dick Grayson.
not be Nightwing.
Yeah. Cool, because when Dick Grayson's doing stuff in Gotham, he works because he's playing off of Bruce Wayne.
Right.
It's not, and also because I guess he probably doesn't want everyone to know that Bruce Wayne's dead, or that Batman's dead. So he kind of has
so
to
he
be convincing enough, right? He's kind of like imitating Bruce Wayne. So this looks cool though. Is this something? Is this Nightwing or is this Batman? What's going on here?
No, this is a deviant art, so somebody drew this.
Oh,
up.
someone just drew this. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, okay, that's cool.
It is pretty cool. I remember there's one panel he mentioned the cape because he usually obviously doesn't wear capes,
Yeah,
and he was mentioning how like he had to reduce the weight of the cape like 3 times
makes sense.
because it's like too heavy. Oh, this is from a newer comic. So it was Booster Gold. He was like, it was Batman's his wedding. It was his wedding, right? He was like, I'll give you the gift you never had. I'll let your parents live, and we'll see how life goes. Everything is completely messed up. So Bruce Wayne was never Batman, and Dick Grayson is actually Batman now, but except he like kills people.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with that. Whenever Bruce Wayne's not Batman, somebody's killing somebody.
Bruce Wayne is the only one who can, hold that desire back.
Yeah. And then it was really weird too because
Grenades.
Catwoman was like she was like feral almost. She was like acting like an animal.
I have to. What
And,
did you
like,
say
Bruce
this?
Wayne
What did you say this comic book line was? I'm about to have to say that one.
It's not. It's pretty weird, and it was pretty dark too. Like the Joker was like the Joker toxin was like infecting everybody, and there wasn't a Joker, there was Jokers because it was like infecting a bunch of people,
Mm-hmm.
and Hal Jordan actually got infected, and he went in. You are familiar with who Hal Jordan is? I'm
Yeah,
sure I don't
yeah.
have to baby.
Yeah.
He went up to Booster Gold and he was like, "You want to see something cool?" And he was like laughing really hard. He was like, "The Green Lantern ring doesn't usually allow people to kill themselves, but kill others, but I have enough will to kill myself." And he like blew up his own. He blew his brains out with the Lantern ring.
That's pretty funny.
I actually have most of these issues. I could go look and tell you which. No, go to that fourth picture. I think the one that says Batman on the top. I think it'll tell you which issues. I believe it's in the 50s though. Right next to that one. No. To the right. To the right. Right one more time. That one. I believe it's like 60 or 50. No. Left again. It's not that one. It's not that one. Go. No, the one that's right under there, right under the DC universe. It'll tell you what number. I think it's 40. I think it was 46, 47,
I think it
48.
says 47. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a couple of them. So I think it starts at like 46. And then, but Bruce Wayne's parents end up dying anyway, because
They
Booster
slip in the
Gold-
shower.
Nah, I wish. It was like they're like kind of old and stuff, and then Catwoman breaks in and she kills Thomas or something, and then I think Dick accidentally shoots Martha before Dick eventually gets killed by Catwoman. It was an odd little storyline.
Hey, so Dick Grayson as Batman fights Catwoman, and then
Booster Gold. I forgot how it happened, but she like just killed him. No, it's Batman. It's just Batman issue 47.
okay.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right there. It's right there. There you go. If I remember
Yeah,
the
it's
writer,
fine.
if I remember the writer, I could tell. Oh, it's Tom King.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Tom King. There you go.
interesting.
Yeah, he was like, it's your wedding, because he's getting married. He's getting married to Catwoman. So they're like, I'll give you a gift you never had. Let your parents live, and we'll see how the world turns out. And then he realizes that he like can't do that. So
Like can't as in like
he shouldn't let his parents live.
I see. Yeah.
Then Bruce Wayne becomes Batman anyway. He like steals Dick Grayson's costume off his dead body or something. He takes all the guns and stuff, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna kill you." And it gets really weird, but
Sounds pretty weird.
interesting.
Check this out.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
It's funny. It's like the
I like
60s fashion.
I
or
like the
whatever.
Green Lantern looking character
Yeah.
the most.
The
I don't know,
hippie,
he just reminds me
Shaggy.
of Shaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shaggy Green Lantern.
I like his little
I
shirt
like
turned on.
I like Afro Man though.
Yeah, Afro Superman. I like him too.
Like I want to talk like a 70s black exploitation black guy. Like it's all groovy. You're like thanks Superman. He's like no problem little girl. No problem white girl or something. This guy. That's cool. Okay. What's going on with this?
They're all like vampires, or like they're all undead. So that's Vampire Batman. It seems like you like dark
I've heard about
superhero stories.
Vampire Batman.
It seems like you like dark superhero stories. That one gets really dark really quick. Like, oh my god, dude! There's one part like the villains were breaking into the Batcave and they killed Alfred, and Batman was like, "I can no longer contain my hunger," and he started like killing them all and like drinking their blood or stuff. No, they didn't kill Alfred. They killed Jim Gordon, and then he went up to Alfred. He was like, you must, he stake me into this coffin and never let me out." But then crime gets like really, really bad. So Alfred lets him out, and he's like, "I must feed Alfred," and then he kills Alfred, and then he just killed all the criminals.
That's pretty cool.
You gotta read it. The art's, as you see right there, the art's kind of weird, but
Vampire Batman.
I think it adds to it. Honestly, how creepy that art is.
This one looks cool.
I do like. It's kind of weird how
like this picture.
ridiculously buff he is. But that's a
Yeah.
good picture.
But like, I mean, he's just vampire, so you know.
Yeah, yeah. He got like stupid. I don't know why they made him like that swole though. He's like stupid swole.
Vampire Batman.
Yeah, it was like Bane and some other villains that broke into like the Batcave, and he was trying his hardest not to kill people, but then he just like started drinking their blood and killed them.
And dude, if this thing came at you in an alley, dude, you just
I'd
shit your pants.
freaking pee on myself.
Yeah.
I couldn't muster the strength to run.
You just drink your blood, and that'd be that.
Yeah, look at that one on the left. Like he's like stupid swole.
Yeah, that's totally not realistic.
Like even less realistic than like actual Batman. Like
Yeah.
that's just.
Why don't you know what body part this is right here? Do you?
I think that's supposed to be like his leg, but like
That's a leg.
like his knee, like that like
Jesus.
you know, and his like some part of his knee and his thigh, but it's just ridiculous.
So wait, was he like bitten by a radioactive vampire bat? Is
He's
that
bitten
what it
by
is?
no. It starts off he's regular Batman, and I
Okay.
think he just fights like a vampire. Like at first he's like, oh yeah, vampires aren't real. I'm trying to figure out what this is,
Mhm.
and then one of them bites him. So it starts off he's like regular old Batman, and then he gets bitten by a vampire. And then he doesn't like kind of believe it at first, but he starts experiencing these different things happening to him, and he's like trying his hardest to like not kill people. But you know how all vampire stories
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You like
Eventually he
the
has to.
hunger kind of consumes him. It's a pretty cool story though.
Drink
I must feed
blood.
on blood. Oh god, the Azrael suit
Yeah,
will
the
never
Azrael suit.
never get old. It's one of those costumes you just look at and you're like, oh yeah, that was in the 90s. But you know what? As much as I make fun of it, I still like the suit.
Yeah, I
still
like
love
it.
that.
Too. It's
I think it's
so,
freaking awesome.
it's like I think you'd just be like flabbergasted if this came up on you.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
It doesn't add to like the fear aspect of Batman, but like I'm just like, hey, now that's cool.
yeah, you'd be like, okay, that's the first. He's beating up those guys.
I remember I sent you that one where he threw the trash can. I mean, no, he threw the fridge out at the window. I'll never forget that.
So does
is
Azrael
so
have
funny.
powers?
I don't think so. He's just like a dude. But I think he started taking venom.
Oh, I see. Oh, this is the wrong Azrael. That's the real Azrael.
I do like Arrow. He's a cool character. He might have powers. I could be completely wrong. I'm not too familiar, and I'm not gonna pretend like I am.
Let's see.
I liked his character in the Arkham games too.
Yeah, I like
Even
that.
though it was a different Azrael, but I liked it.
So was he actually part of the Order of Saint Dumas or whatever in the comics?
Yeah. All that stuff is pretty similar, but it was just the dude they chose wasn't the main Azrael. The main one was Jean-Paul Valley is his name. He's like some French dude. But I think that Order of Saint Dumas thing is actually how it goes. But
Saint Dumas.
I mean, I liked what they did in the Arkham games.
Yeah, I
They
like that.
expanded on it more, and all the mind control that they do. It's great.
Yeah, I like the There was a few like how do I say it? The mini games where you like do the Riddler stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one where like you play as him and it's just like you see as far as you just go as far as you can without getting hit or without breaking the combo. And I really liked that one. It was like part of his training to like succeed Batman or something.
Yeah. What did you? I'm interested. I always like asking people, what did you choose? Did you choose to try to attack Batman when you got the chance?
In Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about with the Joker scene with the gun?
No, when you're Azrael, like at the last Azrael mission, when you're analyzing his stuff at the HQ in the clock tower, like you're analyzing his brain and everything, and you're looking at how the Order of Saint Dumas is like controlling him. You're like talking to Alfred out loud, and like I have to stop him. And then Azrael drops down. And he's like, "You can't." And then Batman's like, "Well, do what you got to do." And then you control Azrael, so you have a couple of options. You can either just walk out the elevator, pick up the sword, and break the sword, or pick up the sword and like try to stab Batman.
I feel like I broke the sword.
Yeah, I broke the sword every time. I just feel like that's something he would have done. I have seen what happens if you try to stab Batman. I mean, obviously, it just doesn't work.
You can't stab Batman.
Nah, bro, he's Batman. I mean, he can't lose.
Never loses. I don't lose.
You got my heart, got my mind.
Think about you all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where did that come from Batman? And like the
I don't know.
sword?
I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sing this song right now.
I do like the Azrael in the Batman games though.
He was a fun character. I don't think they're gonna do anything with him in the new game, but I hope they do. They built him up for something, I think. And then I like how they left the ending pretty ambiguous too in the last one. Although that game was interesting, to say the least. Glad they left the ending ambiguous. It was up to interpretation.
Yeah, I heard the idea that it was like that was gonna be Batman Beyond, and they used the fear toxin, and that's why that happened. You know, with the wings expanding and stuff.
I don't know. I don't. There's a couple reasons why I don't think that would work out. Well, one, Terry wouldn't use fear toxin.
Yeah.
He's a similar character as Bruce, and also Terry's guy in the chair is Bruce.
Oh. It's just old Bruce.
Yeah, it's just old Bruce. He kind of like guides him and tells him what to do. Have you never seen Batman Beyond?
Nope.
Okay. You don't have to watch the show, but
Okay.
but watch Batman Beyond the movie Return of the Joker. It had, for an animated movie, the first like 10 minutes had like one of the darkest scenes I've ever seen, but for an animated movie for kids, it was pretty dark.
Dude, this is literally just the Batman show. Like
It is.
every conversation
But
we
I'll tell
have
you,
just returns to Batman.
ends up, yeah. But you got to see it because
Wait, dude,
it
there's
was-
this Batman show, and then this happens. Like, what do you think about this scene in this one Batman game? It's like, wait, what is Batman? It's like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, tell me about the scene in Batman Beyond. The dark
you
scene.
can find it on your own time. I don't want to sit here and explain a scene for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. You want to watch it? I guess we'll probably get banned off of Twitch.
Maybe.
You know, I just want to say that Twitch's policies, terms,
The best ever.
best policies. By the way, to the two people who are viewing us, subscribe to Amazon Prime because we love Amazon, we love Twitch, and we want them to make more money.
Yep.
Dude, we've been talking for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. What's the other one? Hit the bell notification. Send me like $30. The PayPal link will be somewhere. Just type in the comments, we want to pay Kawan, and I will send you my personal PayPal. It's not connected to the channel. It's not going to help the channel at all. It's going to go directly into my pocket. And what was the other thing?